Pour my beer here.
Hey, what's happening, world? I see you got your cat there too now. So back here for another Thursday night show. Me and my boy Tom, the beer whisperer, right now.
Howdy do, buckaroos.
So I don't know where everybody else is, but I'm sure people will show up at some point here. What are you drinking over there, Tom?
Hey, I just picked this up. It's a Deschutes Pacific Wonderland Lager. I hadn't had it before, and I basically bought it because it was on sale for only $7.99 a six, 5.5%, 40 IBUs,
Good deal.
and the best by date is like August something. So I know I'm well within parameters.
Nice.
Let me show that to you. What are you drinking, Rod?
Check this baby out. Look at that.
That's a nice
Look,
color. What is
there's
that?
some action taking place. You thought you got a good deal. Great Lakes Chill Wave.
Oh, wow.
Pale Ale. 9% ABV, 80 IBU. So, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, all them hops! It's gonna be so bitter." But it's got a nice malt balance to it. I've had this numerous times. It's my favorite, one of my favorite ones from them. It comes out like every February or so through March, I believe. And this one, you talk about you got a good deal. This comes in a 4-pack, and one of my places had it for $4.99 a 4-pack.
Oh, damn, that's awesome. That's a deal.
So
I've actually had that before. I used to be able to get Great Lakes stuff here, but they're not available in my neck of the woods anymore. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, probably something with distribution I would take, I guess, unless somebody wasn't carrying it for some reason. But I don't know why, because they do make some good beers.
They do. I mean, they were one of the early craft beers available in my neck of the woods, but I think with the competition, some breweries have pulled out.
Yeah. Pull out too soon, not too soon.
Pull out too soon, man. They do. I mean, they were one of the early craft beers available in my neck of the woods.
Yeah. Now this one you get the hops, you kind of get the pininess, you get the nice, almost like very, very green tone of the hops, but the malt sweetness is there as well. So it has a nice syrupy feel to it. I don't know if you've had this one before or not, but it's got nice.
I have. Yeah, I like it a lot.
So it's almost just like freaking liquid gold drinking this thing down. And usually I like the Chill Wave and I like their Lake Erie Monster, which are two of their bigger boys they do each year. But I'll probably go back this weekend if there's more left. But $4.99 a 4-pack. I think usually this one costs probably around $12.99 or $11.99 around here for a 4-pack. So that's a great deal.
So let me ask you the obvious question. I mean, you've had this fresh. You're having it now. It's on sale. Do you notice a vast taste difference between $12.99 and $4.99?
Not for this one. Now this one actually had a date on here of May 14th, so it's only 4 days over. So it's not going to make that much of a difference between then. And I've had this in the past where it was fresh, and I've had it after that period of time, maybe 2 or 3 months after that date, and it's always been a good maintained beer. So you may give up a slight bit of the hops, but at that 9% ABV, you're not losing really much of the beer at all. And it has a nice smoothiness with it. If anything, it just becomes a little bit more maltier. So like I said, it's worth the deal. $4.99 is definitely worth it. Love the carbonation action. I mean, look at that. Just all the action taking place.
But are you getting too much malt after?
No, not compared to when it's usually fresh. It's still got that nice balance to it. So when I've had this fresh, I've had it from the tap, it's still, despite the 80 IBU, the malts they use actually do bring it down nicely. So it's always got a little bit more of a maltier tinge even when fresh. I'm not sure if they do anything where they're dry hopping or just using it earlier on in the bittering, in the boiling process. But by the time the malts hit the end of the whole process, you always have a little bit more of a malt, but you still get that underneath taste of those nice hops as well.
So you don't feel you're losing anything on the hop end then?
No. In fact, I like it better than some of the other double IPAs out there that end up having that medicine-y feel. You don't really get that with this one.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
And at 9%, you can just sit there and relax. I'm using my new IPA glass. Bought this the other day. They were doing.
Yeah.
I love getting bargains, right? So I got this close out at our Kroger. This was like $1.05 or whatever. It's an IPA glass they got over there.
Oh, nice.
I buy a bargain. I started putting my other glasses.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm all about the bargain. I would say 90% of my glasswares come from thrift stores and garage sales and flea markets.
Well, that's where you get a lot of good deals on stuff for sure, versus what some of these other places do. But some of the places are coming down. I think now you can see some glass out there like $3.99 or $4.99 a glass, but it used to be like $8.99 to get a glass. But I guess if they sell them a little bit more, people will stop stealing them from the breweries. Which is like we talked about a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Great Lake.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a big glassware guy, but don't steal from the breweries. I mean, those glasses cost those guys money.
Yeah.
You know, that's bad form to steal glasses. Buy the glass from them. I mean, in many cases, if you talk to, I mean, I've talked to brewery owners and head brewers and bar managers. I mean, in a lot of cases, they're going to give you a bargain on the glass. Just ask how much it costs for the glass.
Yeah. Yeah, just about all the breweries, for the most part, it seems always are selling them. A couple of the newer ones that can't afford to sell them yet, where they need that glassware, might be the kind of oddball ones out. But most of them will usually have it out there to market. You know, they put their name out there in front of people, and
most of them do. And I've been in situations where, I mean, I've asked how much a glass costs, but I've spent other money there, so they'll go ahead and give me the glass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, but don't just steal it. Always offer to buy the damn glass.
Or if you want to bad enough, go to a bar on pint night where they give you the glass anyway.
That's right. Yep, there you go. I've done that. Yeah, pint nights. I haven't done it in a long time, but I have.
Well, I think John may have talked about it before. John Sharon, up here we have a place, Jungle Gyms, and they have pint nights, and you go there and they have, like, you know, you take the glassware with you, or some of our pubs that we have, you take the glassware with you. That's just part of the pint night thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so especially the summertime, a lot of the outside pubs, they'll do pint nights like every Thursday night, and you'll sit there outside, have some beers. Of course, the last time we went to one of them, me and my buddies, we forgot our pints, so I guess maybe we had one too many. So they were able to double sell off the glasses we had.
Oh, man.
But it's nice. So, but this week is actually American Craft Beer Week, which doesn't even seem like it. Like, I've seen very little about American Craft Beer Week, just some pieces here and there as of late, but apparently May 15th through May 21st is American Craft Beer Week. So I don't know. Are you guys doing something in your brewery for it?
We are, or they are, I should say. Yeah, I mean, he's running various specials every day, and he's not doing a pint night per se, but they're doing some various happy hours and this and that and specials.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some stuff happening around here, which I didn't realize was going to take place. But they have some stuff mostly started tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and then through Sunday.
Hey, John!
To cap it off. So, hey, John.
How you doing,
Hey, guys,
bud?
how are you? I was having some issue with my machine. They had talked about install the Google plugin. I shut down my machine, reinstalled, uninstalled it, put it back in. Anyway, I'm getting me a new laptop before the summer, and that's the end of that. So,
just don't buy it from China.
No, that will not be from China. And also, it won't be from that other company, Volvo. I don't know if you guys ever heard of those guys. WOLVOL. What they operate it is they have a netbook, and it's run by Android, and it's from China, and you don't really get much information. They look cute, look decent, but I wouldn't trust those machines. Like a netbook just to have around when you're traveling. Going across, going to the library, Starbucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive. I don't want to carry the big fucking laptop around with me.
But you can carry your briefcase, so you'll look more important as well.
Exactly. So I just a little netbook, whatever, and so. But yeah, obviously you can't really. The RAM and the memory is kind of small on these little things, but they're just what they are. Just watch movies, Netflix, or hook them up to your TV if you don't have ESPN. Get the Skycam view to watch college football games, which is what I did before I got DirecTV, and I got one more year on my contract. I hate my Wish she never got DirecTV. But anyway, enough of that.
I got DirecTV here. I only need to watch TV when it rains. So
Yeah, exactly.
we're in a storm, so you can't see TV now.
Well, the thing is, I didn't have cable for, we had it when we got together. We had it for maybe about a year or two. Cut it, got it again, then we cut it. So it was about a good 8-9 years we didn't have cable. So
yeah.
Then now and then, because like you said, when it rains, say, well, I guess we watch a movie then.
Honestly, I don't even think we need cable as much because she's downstairs watching Stars right now on her phone, and I'm usually watching Netflix either on a PS4 or on a computer or somewhere. I'm like, I don't even know if we need to because most of the channels you don't want anyway.
You might need to go get a beer.
I guess that's the problem. If you had to actually pick your own channels, who would pick like some of the Lifetime and the what's the
Bravo,
Garden?
Bravo.
The Garden channel. Who's going to sit around watching the Garden channel? So
Bravo. They're watching Bravo, Real Housewives, or whatever BS reality show or basketball on VH1. None of those shows I wish. We all know they ain't going to happen. Towards a la carte, but not
unless you're getting like the HBOs and the premium stuff, you can do that now. But yeah.
So, but anyhow.
But what are you drinking tonight?
Well, when I was trying to frustrate him with this damn thing, I just polish off that Carlsberg Elephant.
Okay.
Elephant.
I like this beer a lot. So I got another Carlsberg in the fridge. I'm about to go get that now. And
Hey, John, before you leave, you know where the sex organ is in an elephant?
No, tell me.
It's in his foot, because if he steps on you, you're fucked.
I don't have the drum set sound effect anymore.
I like that, Tom. That's a good one. I like that.
Why I'm here, man?
He's here performing all week, people, all week.
All week. Try the veal, buddy.
Yeah,
bartenders and waitresses.
Right. So what's been new in the beer community in Cincinnati and in Missouri, guys?
Well, we're starting here, but we were just talking. Apparently, it's American Craft Beer Week. I don't know if they're doing anything down there where you're at, John, but they're starting to gear up.
We had gotten there was some mention of it on Facebook on one of the Facebook posts that I saw, and I was I was like, all right, great. I know a couple of craft beers I can sample. So obviously, a lot of craft beers here in the state of Alabama. From Good People to Back 40 to Band of Brothers, the only black-owned brewery, not only in the state but probably in the country. Maybe there could probably be more, I guess. But yeah, and I mean there are a slew of them, craft breweries here in the state that hey, why not sample?
Yeah, we up in Toledo, we have Black Frog, of course, and I know it's out of Harlow, but there's a few out there. They're still growing, just like some of the women breweries are still growing. It's a diversity, so you're getting a mix of stuff out there now,
which is good.
Yeah.
And I think you're beginning to see.
You got black people brewing and women brewing. What's the world coming to? I mean, if they didn't want Gettysburg, what would we? We wouldn't be dealing with any of this nonsense right now.
Well, Tom, you brought that up. Well, Tom, you brought that up, but I think you're seeing a change. I think more African Americans are trying craft beers. I think they're trying red wine. Because always been the perception is that, we drink wine, but we like those fruit flavor wines or the whites, or, with the beers, we drink the traditional stuff, the Buds and the Millers and whatnot. So, and of course we have our spirits, whether it be vodka, whiskey, bourbon, whatever. But you're seeing a shift of people drinking more red wine, drinking more craft beers, drinking more, some of this, more things that you and I have had before. So, which is kind of good, changing the, kind of changing the demographic,
Yeah.
Well, I think there's always been some out there. It's like I replied back to an article one time. I think it was Draft Magazine or whatever, or one of them, they were talking about why more black people didn't drink beer. I was like, we do. Just because we don't invite you to the party doesn't mean we don't do it. That's what I wrote in the article, like, you know.
But you're drinking the usual stuff. You're drinking the Buds and the Millers.
We got brewers, we got bloggers and reviewers like me. We've got people out there doing all kinds of stuff. Just because you haven't seen it, don't mean we're not doing it, you know.
Right.
But it was an assumption of the piece, like we weren't drinking, you know, craft beer. It's like, geez, didn't know you wanted to get into the party that bad.
Right.
And all you guys drink are gin and Hennessy, right?
Right. That's what some would think for sure.
Right.
Gin and juice or Hennessy.
Yeah.
If I were to believe TV and, you know, pop songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. The clear stuff or the dark stuff. And that's what that's always been. But again, the times are changing, more view, more reach, more acceptance, and more view of it, and saying, hey, you know, this maybe I need to drink more red wine. Maybe I need to drink more of a stout, from brewed in Ohio or Missouri or wherever, you know.
On a non-beer note, though, for real, y'all need to stop blowing up my Facebook feed with these romper suits. Guys do not wear romper suits. I'm tired of seeing these on my Facebook.
I'm done with these trends. I'm sick of it. I don't want no part of it myself. I'm like, what the hell?
Men shouldn't wear skinny jeans. Men shouldn't wear rompers. Knock it off.
I know, cut it off out there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is a millennial movement or what, but you need to stop the shit.
You know, man purse.
Talk to your millennials.
You know, man purses.
I told you, I'm not a millennial.
I'll cut under 30s some slack for the skinny jeans.
Those
Everybody over
are
30 should not be wearing a skinny jeans. And rompers, I don't even know how that stupid ass thing started, but I ain't doing it.
Those are adult onesies.
Yeah. If I see any more people on my feed with rompers,
quit
it. Enough is enough. What you drinking there, Todd?
Mendocino Brewery, Blue Heron.
Mendocino.
Nice. Blue Heron. I told Tom I'm drinking a Great Lakes.
Pride of Ohio. Yes.
I had one of those about a month or so ago. Pretty good.
9% ABV. It'll get you where you're going.
Yeah.
Told Tom I got a 4-pack for $4.99 today.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And I'm going back because they still got more, so I'll probably go back tomorrow.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
What are the beer prices in Ohio, the taxes? I think I might have asked you this question before, Rajay. And Tom, and also Todd, you can also respond to as well. I mean, the taxes. I know here in Alabama, it's pretty high.
Well, it depends. I mean, we have Kentucky and we have Ohio where I'm at. And I go
Missouri's not bad, actually.
Indiana, because Indiana, I just found out, has the Fruity Pebble beer. I'm going to go pick that up this weekend over here in Lawrenceburg. But, like, we're 6% in Kentucky, but like a 4-pack of this is usually like $11.99 or $12.99. So getting it for $4.99 is a steal.
Right.
Yeah. I think Ohio is like 6.5% or something, or 7%.
We're 7 here.
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys saw that Fruity Pebbles beer, but that's like popping up everywhere. And it's not in Kentucky, it's not in Ohio, but they told us it's in Indiana.
Do you think they're going to look at this?
Who's making it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see who makes it here. What'd you say, Gene?
I was going to say, is this the sort of going to be like the same view or same, I guess, kind of all the rage? Or are they going to look at, remember not your father root beers? Remember all the rage, how that was? I'm wondering if this is going to become that new thing now.
Yeah, you know, but at least this is actually beer, though.
Yeah, but it's fruit flavored, you know, out of a cereal, you know.
I mean, they use the cereal stuff for but cereals are grains that they're using, so they're using grains from it, so it's not too bad along those lines.
But it's not natural fruit flavor, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just know as a kid I love some freaking Fruity Pebbles, and you put it in the beer, it's all like Donkey Kong, as we used to say.
Well, hell,
you just pour Fruity Pebbles in them.
Well,
Can you just pour Fruity Pebbles in a bowl and just pour beer in it instead of milk?
I like where you're going with that.
Oh, who hasn't done that?
I haven't
Yeah.
thought that.
Who hasn't done that, man? I grew up in the 80s. We put beer on everything.
But you know, it'll probably be a little shitty. But I just want to try it just to say I tried it. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I would too.
But I'm not going to wait in line for it. I tell you that.
No, I sure as hell wouldn't wait in line.
But I don't know who makes it.
Yeah. I'm thinking I see a Shipyard brewing Fruity Pebbles tea beer. People are trying now. Seems to be getting some ratings. I don't know if that's the right one or not, though. But one of the beer groups for Greater Cincinnati, people were showing where they had the beer. People were liking it so far.
So is it under the style of a fruit beer?
It's a good question. I think it probably would be. I keep seeing stuff popping up saying Lining Kugels and their Sunset Wheat, but that's not it. I know.
Well, that one's been out for a while, but the remark on the line of Kugel Sunset Wheat is that it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
It's not made with Fruity Pebbles, but it does taste like Fruity Pebbles.
See if I can find it here.
So,
I'm trying to find a name of it because every time I put Fruity Pebbles in Google, it comes up with that other Sunset Wheat. I'm trying to see if somebody has a post on it here. But when I look for this, it is beer festival season. So
yes,
we get beer festivals kicking off like crazy around here. I don't know if you guys are having in your neck of the woods, but we've got the that are running right now. Seems about to pop off.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 in Louisville Saturday.
Oh, really? Damn.
And then another big one coming up the first Saturday in June.
Louisville tried to be like Cincinnati, I think. Wannabes. And between John Sharon and Tom Mulville, you guys are drinking my Rhine, guys.
I can't get it in Indiana. I have to go to Louisville to get it.
Yeah, someone just took a picture where it is actually out in California. So it's got to the West Coast. It's funny just how beer gets around the country in places. Like, it can get out to California, but like John doesn't get it in Alabama.
Distribution is crazy.
All right, here it is. It's called Fruity Nuggets. And see if I can see who's by. Looks like it's $4.50. Let me see. Those nuggets out.
Fruity Nuggets.
$4.50 North Brewing.
That's out of Indiana.
So
Tanya.
Now, right now, it's got 85 ratings on Untapped, and the average rating is giving it a 4.16. So it's really high on Untapped. So people have seemed to be enjoying it on there, but like anything, right, Tom? Ratings are what they are. So
that $5 get you a cup of coffee.
Yeah. It'll be $7 if you want it warm. And there's the lady of the hour. There's Tanya.
Hey, John. How are you?
I was like,
450 Brewing's about 60 miles north.
I was thinking I was going to start calling your new nickname T, but then I was like, well, then I'll start calling you TT, but then that sounds too close to something else. I said, I better not use that nickname.
I wonder what a nice girl like you was doing in a place like this.
I'm at home. I don't know what you're talking about.
Kind of a motley bunch you're hanging with. Who am I to judge?
Motley's kind of my thing. It works out.
Yeah, was it the line from Mission Impossible? I like being disreputable. Yeah. Big Rain. I like being disreputable.
So I think
No, like
Chris
you're
may
probably-
try to jump on. Go ahead, Tanya.
What was that?
No, I was saying I think Craig might try to jump on. He's not going to sleep, I guess, tonight over there.
I was going to ask what everybody's drinking. I'm sure you already said that, so it's probably.
I just finished my Bex just now.
Well, I'm almost finished with this one where I started.
Double IPA, Great Lakes Chill.
Wonderland, I'm almost done with.
Oh, another Deschutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I am trying to work my way. What is that? Great Heron?
Blue Heron.
Oh, Blue Heron. Oh, Mendocino. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work my way through all these beers that I've had in my refrigerator for too long. So I guess I'll, hold on, let me turn my computer real quick. I actually have, can you see all of these? These are all the beers I'm drinking tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing, Tanya. I'm weeding through the fridge.
Yeah. I feel like I've fallen behind on reviews, and so I've been doing them like serial reviews where I like pour just a little bit enough to do a review. So surprisingly enough, I've got PBR.
What?
I've got New Glarus Brewing Company's Spotted Cow, which is like a farmhouse ale. Super good. Like that a lot. Saranac Cold Brew Coffee Lager, also a super good beer. Lagunitas Lucky 13. And then I got distracted. I looked at the time and I had a phone call because we had to regulate on my son a little bit. And so I got distracted from that and had to figure out how to make Mac work with Google again, which is really hard. So I didn't get to the last one, but I've also got Dark Horse Scotty Karate Scotch Ale.
Scotty Karate. I've had that. That's good. That's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Where's that beer based? Where are they
That's
based?
Michigan.
Yeah, Dark Horse is out of Marshall, Michigan.
Yeah, I love Dark Horse. Yeah.
That's not too far from Erica, I think. Erica Lions fan.
Yeah.
Who's
He
down
likes
there.
them, doesn't he?
Huh?
He's not a big fan of Dark Horse, is he?
I think he's not. I think he's had some mixed reactions he said with them. I like their beers.
I like their beers.
I've had one that it was kind of a little bit too bottle filtered. I mean, but outside of that, most of their beers, it was like their kaleidoscope. I didn't like much.
Especially their stouts.
You did like or didn't like?
I did. The Plead the Fifth was brilliant. The 4 was great. Their double IPA was crazy good.
I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, I love all the Bell's beers out in that area, and I need to try the rest of the other stuff from Michigan. So I think I need to take a vacation out there, do a little summertime right by the Great Lakes, Michigan.
There you go.
Yeah, they've been doing some commercials. I can hear Tim Allen's voice, doing those pure Michigan commercials. So
Michigan's a great little spot. In the summer, it's great if you golf. They got some great golf courses there.
Yeah.
But so we had some people watch. Average Joe's watching from out of the Buffalo area. He said, "What's up, fellas? Hope everyone is having a good night." Craig is watching. He's not going to get on because he's half asleep. But he said the beer track. I don't know if you guys saw the logo I put on the video out there for the thumbnail. This from the old school Star Trek. Joe says also Holy Balls, a 4-pack of Chillway for $4.99. I know it's probably not the freshest bottles. I think it was released a few months ago, but at that price point, who the fuck cares? Did someone say beer festival season? I know one hosted by a Canadian reviewing friend of ours. Yes, Albino Rhino's having his beer festival upcoming. Make sure you check out his channel. Try to get Joe and Joe said,
hold on. Before you go on to the rest, I feel like the beer festival season has extended to year round. There's Oktoberfest.
I would agree with that.
You're in San Francisco, Ty. You get a lot more.
I feel like this applies to everybody. There's Oktoberfest in the fall. There's like wicked IPA fests in the winter, like in January.
Yeah.
We just went through a whole bunch of beer festivals that happened across, like, Beer Week or whatever, SF Beer Week, everybody's Beer Week. Your 500 beers that you had at Beer Week, and that just happened. That was, let's call that spring, and then everybody's going to have these summer beer festivals. And it's just, I feel like it happens all year round now. And I kind of enjoy that because now we get to celebrate all of these different seasonal styles that are happening. I'm down with that. So long live beer festival season.
Well,
I agree.
Here's a little secret for everybody out there.
It used to be once in the summer, and then you had Oktoberfest. But yeah, I think there are various other festivals all year round now. You're right.
Here's a little secret for everybody out there. It's Beer Fest week every week at my house.
Right. Yes.
You saw my beer lineup.
It should be craft beer week every week. You some bitches.
Every week or every night.
That's right.
Drink up or shut up.
Yeah. The biggest one that we have here in Mobile is, of course, in the region, I would say, we have, three. There's one down at the wharf, down by the beach area, Orange Beach and Gulf Shores. And then there's one that just recently took place in Daphne, 99 bottles of beer at this place called Southern Napa, where it sells wine and beers. But it was a big deal. A lot of people were there. They had, news cameras there, obviously. All, they do all the stuff that's happening this weekend in your town, whatever. And, they covered it. And of course, we have Dolphin Street Beer Festival. But I kind of agree with Tanya. I think that it's getting to that point right now that you'll see them, not just this time of the year, but I think year round, from June, July to December, August, December, when it's cold. It's great, and I like it, because it gives people, the community out there to sample not only the beers being made in your area, but all different beers across. And also, I'm sure that a lot of them are like, say, hey, you don't have to, wine doesn't have to be your main thing to serve with your food. You can do beer and pairings, with beer. And you're seeing that too, because I'm sure a lot of these other beer festivals, they have maybe samples. Okay, try this with this beer, or try this cheese, or try this, piece of filet mignon, or try this piece of, chicken, whatever, with this beer, and tell me what you think, or cake, whatever, and I think that's good.
Try this belt, see how it tastes.
See how it tastes with this beer, exactly. So you're seeing that now, and I think that's a good thing. So.
Definitely. Well, we have our first beer fest of the year is usually in February, because we do a winter beer fest, but then things start to fall in line. But yeah, I was looking at different stuff, and I saw things from Chicago to New York to out in Boston, Florida, all over the place. We're having all these different beer festivals really kick off, and they're already trying to put in your head what beers to try. They're like, 5 beers you got to try this summer. You start seeing these lists run around there as well. It's like, don't tell me what I have to try. I'll try what I want to try. So
yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Unless they get bought out. If they get bought out, I may not try.
That way, but we ain't one yet.
If they get bought out, I may skip over them. So Average Joe, Dark Horse makes some tasty stuff. He went to a few beer fests in Detroit over the past few years, and they always bring back some crazy stuff. Yeah, you're always gonna bring back something from Detroit. Just letting you know, Joe. One of the best beer fests equals a bottle share. Get some friends together, everybody bring a few goodies, and you have yourself a nicely controlled beer fest, inside or out. There you go. I've actually never done a bottle share.
Bring like what? Bring like snacks, sandwiches, make
like John Sharon has this
like a picnic.
They're essentially just doing bottle shares. Everybody.
Yeah,
okay.
But tonight, actually.
Yeah, so they all bring stuff and they get together and they taste them all. But I'm like I usually just drink a full pint or a 22 a bomb. I don't know. I just haven't done a bottle share yet.
Quick question, guys. With some of the beer fests y'all go to, do y'all pack a lunch with y'all? When you're going wherever they have these things, these events, like
there's food there. I mean,
yeah.
I usually volunteer for 2 of the beer festivals each year, so they actually bring us pizza, and I drink for free, and don't have to worry about dealing with anything.
Right.
But a couple of other ones, usually food trucks and stuff like that, are usually there.
Right. Because
ones here, sometimes they include food in your ticket price, and then sometimes they'll just have like food trucks set up or whatnot, or local venues that are set up a booth and just have a short menu of items from the restaurant or whatnot.
I remember this wine fest I went to in Norfolk, Virginia, and everybody. It was sort of, couldn't bring your own wines. You could buy your wine there, whatever, you bring wines, but they had a wine fest, but, they were having samples and whatnot. And I noticed a lot of people brought, had their little picnics, they were sitting on the grass or maybe sitting at a table and just eating sandwiches or whatever. and drinking wine, whether white or red, whatever. And I thought, I guess maybe beer festivals might do that. I know the Dolphin Street one, obviously they don't do that, obviously, but because there's several restaurants that were the ones that were involved, in the beer festival, pouring the beers, here, and you can go into their restaurants and just, get something to eat.
Right.
I should have done after my little incident, but oh well.
Probably so, right? So a lot of the breweries here don't serve food, the majority of them. So a lot of times people will bring food into the brewery, though.
Right.
People ordering food, or a lot of restaurants will deliver. So that kind of works out pretty nicely. But yeah, you get food in there when you're going, Todd. That's a pretty good deal. A lot of places up here don't do it with food included. So
yeah. So
yeah, it kind of varies. It really depends if it's. A lot of times it seems like it depends on if it's in Indiana or if it's in Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going
like in September, the Louisville Zoo does a brew at the zoo, and it's all included. All the food and beer. And
someone gets all drunk. I'm going in the tiger cage.
It's all fun and games, so someone gets mauled by tigers.
Hey, Tony, I got a word with you. I got to talk to you about here.
It's all fun and games until somebody steps in doo-doo.
Mom, Tony the tiger's ripped that apart.
Somebody stepped in doo-doo, son of a bitch.
And it was great. So, mentioning about some of the buyouts. So, Anheuser-Busch buying craft brewers, upgrading facilities, and in some cases now are being seen as possibly overstepping their boundaries, as apparently they're throwing money at some of the regulators, it seems. They spent over $4.5 billion in the beer industry in the span of the last decade, last 10 years. So,
well, I mean, this isn't an accident, right? I mean,
right.
They purchased Northern Brewers so they can control ingredients. So they purchased what South African hop rights. Let's not pretend that this is some ambivalent, corporation that are going to be nice to craft brewers. They're doing these things so they can control the industry. Let's not pretend it's okay.
Yeah, I think they're projected to spend $500 million this year now. But yeah, they're definitely going out there to lock down what they can for sure. They see Coors and Miller doing their thing, and they're seeing, the groups out of Mexico doing their thing, Heineken doing their thing. So they're trying to lock in their spot.
But to say, well, if these guys are still making great beer, why does it matter? Well, this is why it matters. They are trying to control the industry. That's why it matters.
Right.
It's not enough that these breweries may still produce good beer. You still have to support your local craft beers, or at some point they're all going to be gone again, like it
exactly
until they all came back.
Fair hope. I support fair hope.
Once again, this is what they're trying to do. If they were successful at it once, this is what they're trying to do.
I kind of think of the media industry, right? So growing up, me and Tom were close in age there. We had all these different things, all these media corporations that own companies. And now you have 6 companies that own 90% of the media out there.
Yeah.
And they control so many things. So I'm not using news examples. So now you're seeing people leave Fox and they're going over to MSNBC, and the people from MSNBC are just going down to CNN, which is just like this whole control thing where they're controlling the board. There's nowhere else for these other opportunities to start up. And when other opportunities try to start up, they get squeezed out. And they're forced to go to the internet or forced to go underground to other type venues. So just kind of interested in the beer world, that could be something that happens in that same type of way.
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of folks don't remember, like when CNN first came out, they were the rebel news source, right?
Right.
I mean, so CNN was so different because they weren't a network news, and now they're part of something else. But I mean, that was kind of the point. Again, it is the same thing with the craft beer, is that you have these guys that they are separate. They're not like everybody else. Right. You've got one organization trying to incorporate everybody.
Right.
It does matter. It does matter if you buy from these folks that are owned by AB and Bev. It does matter.
Yeah.
And if you think there's not a difference, then you are part of the problem.
So how much do you think? How do you guys think? And gal, because Tanya's around there somewhere. You take $1. Every dollar you spend on a beer, how much of that percentage do you think you put towards craft versus the macro?
Hold on. So do you know the answer? Do you know the answer to this question?
There's not an answer. It's just how much you guys actually think you spend. Like
Okay.
if I looked at my thing, I would say I probably spend 90% to craft, and I say 10 to macro because things like Founders and Ballast Point, they're owned by macros. They're not really craft beers anymore.
I'm 80-20. I'm
I'm
80-20.
going to say 80-20.
Yeah.
80-20 on macros and then 20% on craft.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say 80-20 craft, 20 to macro. John, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, John's in Alabama. He's limited.
It's Alabama's fault, not Sean's fault.
He wants more craft, but he's limited to what he can get. So
Yeah, he's like, no, I can't get that.
this is the problem with macro owns the community. They force everybody to drink their beers. He has to drive like 90 miles to find a craft beer.
Right. I feel like
I forgot, man. I'm about 80-20 with the craft at the 80.
I feel like I might be realistically 90-10, but I feel like 95-5.
Yeah. But part of that 5 is what you might think is craft, but really isn't craft.
Right.
Yeah,
Because I
that's the
really
problem.
try hard to buy, a lot of craft beers because I'm trying to constantly look for something that's new, but things sneak in. Like one time I bought something and I looked, like when I got it home and I was reading it, like doing the review, I was like, holy shit, this is a Budweiser company or whatever. Which doesn't necessarily make it bad. That's not the point that I'm trying to make.
Right.
I want to try things that are new and interesting, and I feel like big brewing companies aren't necessarily going to have new and interesting. Because I feel like for a while I liked Sam Adams. I don't know if my preferences have changed, but now when I drink it, I'm just like, nah. Like the love is gone. Like there's no like magic.
Let's go, little BB King.
It's just a beer, and I don't want just a beer. I want something cool and interesting and exciting, and that's what I'm looking for. So I feel like 95-5.
Tanya, real quick question. Sierra Nevada, Lagunitas, even Anchor. Would you consider those craft or microbreweries, or we consider them more?
Lagunitas isn't craft because Heineken owns their majority.
Right.
So that has just changed recently, and I'm glad that you asked that question. So my lineup tonight included PBR, but that was just because I hadn't done a review, and I feel like I should. Because now I can like say, oh yeah, I've reviewed that, and I'm
now you can say you're full hipster.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Now I'll get the hipster views, like hook it up. But Lagunitas, I've liked that brewery for a long time. I'm mixed about how I feel about them being bought out by Heineken. Heineken isn't necessarily a bad beer. I used to drink it when I was in Nebraska. One, because there's a very limited number of beers you can get in Nebraska. And two, because it was skunky, because it was in a green bottle and they didn't store it right. So at least it had like an interesting flavor to me. Mm-hmm. Which doesn't, so like, do I hate Heineken? I don't know. But I don't want to drink beer that everybody can get. I want something interesting.
Right.
That's my goal. I don't know. So there's a lot of beers that I like that are micro, that are macro brews that I think are really good beers. But I don't drink the same beer very often. Like I drink Hell or High Watermelon by 21st Amendment every summer religiously.
It's good beers like me and Oberon. We get down. Yeah.
I drink Guinness. I like Guinness a lot, and there's a lot of flaws about Guinness, but like it's like a home beer to me, so I'll drink Guinness a lot. And that's probably a macro beer at this point, I feel like it's not crafty at all. And, I don't know. So, that's where that 5% comes from. If I'm somewhere and they don't have a beer that looks interesting because their lineup's like Bud Light, PBR, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Like, I'm probably going to pick Sierra Nevada Pale Ale just because I really don't like lagers more than I don't.
Sierra Nevada is still craft beer, though.
Is it small enough to be considered so? I don't know.
They don't make over 6
This argument last week.
Kind of the same discussion I had about Sam Adams.
But they don't make over
one of the big boys.
They don't make over 6 million barrels, so they're still craft beer because they have their ownership, and they're using traditional stuff.
Right. Where does Sam Adams fall on that? They're over 6 million?
Supposedly they're under it, but they're damn pretty close to the line, I'm sure.
Also, I feel like
I wouldn't say close to the line. They're at the line.
No, I don't know. I don't know if they're over. I don't think they're over it though.
I want to make sure that
over
the
2 million. The
success.
Brewers Association moved the number so they can keep Sam Adams.
I want to make sure that the success of a brewery does not mean that we're going to stop drinking it. Oh, now it's a macro brewery and I don't want to drink that. You know what? If it's a goddamn fucking good beer, drink it.
Yeah.
Drink it.
Yeah, if it's a good beer, drink it. But like to Tom's point, there's also a part where you want to make sure that the community's taken care of. Like I said, it goes back to my Walmart argument. Why don't shop at Walmart? Because they kill community businesses.
Yeah.
And they treat their employees like shit.
I'm super mad. I absolutely agree with that. And I have a lot of qualms with Walmart for those exact same reasons. And I'm super mad about the fact that that hops rights were made in South Africa. I think that's ridiculous. Like, why would you try to shut out the market? I feel like that's whatever. I don't know that antitrust applies there, but I'm a tech person, so antitrust comes to mind. But like that's why would you do that? You're squashing the ability of the industry to advance and craft. And so at some point it's about money and not about
well, that's the control that Bush wants though, and Anheuser-Busch wants. Not
right.
Bush, but Anheuser-Busch.
Let me grab this quesadilla. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that goes part to that control factor. So what about you, Todd?
I don't know. Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit last week. It's I really like Lagunitas, but I don't know that I'll just stop drinking their beer because of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm on the other side. I kind of straddle the fence. Like, I love Founder stuff, even though they're still not considered a micro anymore. But
well, that's the thing we talked about last week is people are bitching about Wicked Weed, but they still drink Founders. The same people.
Yeah.
Yeah. but I mean, I understand too, like what Tom is saying. Like, I still support all the local stuff, but I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, Craig says it's like the big banks are in charge of the big oil companies and they suppress free energy technologies.
You can't blame the smaller guys for selling out, but in a sense, you can't blame the bigger guys for wanting to buy them either because they're taking away competition and like Tom said, they have control of what's going on.
Yeah, it's hard to blame them for moving forward, but yeah.
It's hard to blame on the other hand, you do have a certain amount of craft breweries that do have integrity that aren't selling out no matter what.
Yeah, there's some that have come out and said that for sure as well.
We should give those guys some love. Like, I understand you can make millions, sell your company for millions, but you're in it for the love of the business.
Yeah. Speaking of brewery love, you'll like this if you don't know already, Tanya. Your brewery out there was actually saved.
I know. I'm so excited.
Saved.
I had this whole conversation at work, actually. Yeah. They sold their assets, and now they're going to keep brewing.
Yeah, so Speakeasy was going to have to close their Speakeasy was going to have to close their doors at one point, but now they've been revived. So they've been able to keep brewing beer. So, and Tanya says they're pretty good brewers, so she likes them.
Mm-hmm. They're good. I feel like they're a lot like Lagunitas.
Yeah.
Like
without the Anheuser-Busch check.
Right. Also, they're in what's considered the Bayview Hunters Point neighborhood, which is historically low income, which equals historically black neighborhood in San Francisco. And so I think having a brewery there that people want to go to, making that, I mean, that gets into gentrification. Let's not get on that topic, but like
Well, if they put jobs in the
Supporting-
community, that's a good thing too.
Right, supporting that community, supporting that neighborhood. I think that's all great. So I'm super excited about Speakeasy.
Yeah.
So let me ask this question then, Tanya. I don't know what brews around you, but Rod and Tom, I know. So Tom, like if somebody came in and bought Mother's or Piney River, or Tom, or Rod, if somebody came in and bought like Mad Tree or something, would you just boycott those breweries?
You know what? I got to tell you, it would break my damn heart.
I mean, would you stop buying milk or
Mother's is
any of those?
big enough on the radar. So is Piney. Piney's starting to get big enough on the radar for one of them to maybe think about buying. Yeah, I mean, it would break my heart. Would I stop buying either altogether? No. And I've said this before. I don't boycott anybody, but I wouldn't seek them out anymore either. I would buy new products, but I wouldn't promote them as much as I do now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would that be any different than somebody drinking Lagunitas or any of the others that are being bought?
Well, it's easier for me not to buy Lagunitas because although I like a lot of their beer, I don't have an emotional attachment to them. You know what I mean?
Right,
Mother's,
right.
Piney River, I've got that emotion. I've been there from the beginning. You know,
Gotcha.
I mean, it may seem silly, but I mean, I feel like I was there when they first opened, so I've got this emotional attachment to those breweries.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That's kind of why I was asking the question, just to see where you'd fall in the line, because you seem so adamant towards.
It would just it would
But
break my damn heart. But I mean, I've said in videos I don't boycott anybody, but I wouldn't
Right,
it
right.
the same way I do now.
Right.
But you
I feel like-
might choose something else over like a Lagunitas or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would go towards one of the other craft breweries in Southwest Missouri or Northwest Arkansas that are still a craft brewery. Yeah, that's what I would do.
That was simply what I was asking. I wasn't sure.
But it would really, I mean, if I haven't stressed this enough, it would break my damn heart. I might not ever be the same again if either of those two ever sold out.
How do you really feel?
Irreconcilable for a good period of time.
How do you really feel?
I mean, one of you might have to come to my house and hold me for a minute. You know? Give me a big old hug.
Who would ever sold out? Who are y'all talking about?
We'll send Paul to visit you, Tom.
I mean, I need a great big old hug or something.
Who would ever sold out? Who, guys?
I didn't think that Lagunitas was going to sell.
Well, Lagunitas has sold it last year more than 25%.
I thought it was 2014.
Right.
Well,
I
maybe
think
2014 maybe. But they sold the rest this year to Heineken.
Right.
And I know guys at Lagunitas, and I've talked to them at the different beer fests that we do, and I'm trying to get to Chicago because a couple of them invited me out to the brewery and everything. It's not a bad. I mean, it's good for them and along those lines, and they still make good beers. And Heineken's not messing with them or anything like that so far. They're still able to do what they want to do. But then it's a matter of, do you want to put dollars in those pockets? Like Ballast Point, for it. I think Ballast Point is one of the overpriced, overvalued beers out there. So I'm not going to put money in their pocket when they already got the big boys already doing it for them. I'll take my dollars to other ones that are coming up as breweries.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But Todd asked, go ahead.
I think that was a really good question to ask. And I liked the fact that you were saying that you would never boycott somebody. And I mostly agree with that. I would never boycott somebody. Like if I liked the beer, I would probably drink it. I may or may not drink it with more or less frequency, kind of depending on how I feel about that purchase. But I would boycott a company if I found out that they had poor social standards, you know? So if a company came out and said some awful things about race or awful things about the queer community, awful things about women, I'd be like, you know what, you can suck it. And no. So
I heard that word.
I
Happy
agree.
days. Happy days.
Well, like Todd's quite like it's a little different here in Cincinnati, and I'm actually a transplant, so I'm not from the area, but Cincinnati is a very cliquish city, and you brought up like Rheingeist and Madtree, and I mean it's like here, like Cincinnati feels like they own those breweries, you know, like the people that go to them. And like last year, Rheingeist had to actually make a formal announcement they were not selling out because people had heard rumors they were, and they were ready. They were ready to stop going to Rheingeist over it. They had to come out and verbally say they weren't going to do it. But they weren't selling out. They weren't right, and they had to reassure people of that. And there's people here in Cincinnati, in like some of the Cincinnati beer groups that I'm a member of, that if one of these companies did do that, I would say they would face a boycott and a backlash from it here, because it feels like it's Cincinnati. Now we're a little different in some areas because we have, like, within the area of Cincinnati, as Todd knows, about 40 breweries, right? So if 2 go down, then the other 38 are going to get all the action and stuff. So it's kind of a weird thing. I personally I wouldn't boycott. If I saw their beers, I would still drink their beers, but I wouldn't spend time going to, like, say, a Mantry or Rheingeist when I can go to, like, a Rivertown, or I can go to a Urban Artifact, or I can go to a Braxton Brewing, or one of the other ones that are around this area. It wouldn't be worth it for me to have to go do that, because, again, if they got the big daddy dollars in their pocket, they're going to be okay for the most part. So
yeah, they don't need yours. Yeah, I agree.
So a follow-up question kind of to that is, if a big macro is buying these guys out and they leave them completely alone and they're doing everything the way they did when they were micro, is that okay, or is it still kind of frowned upon?
Good question.
I think
Well,
go ahead, Tom.
Well, it's a tricky question, because the long answer is that usually doesn't happen. I mean, sometimes they're left alone for a period of time, but quality always changes. Creativity always is affected. But if we're going to be hypothetical and say they're never going to change anything ever, it still matters, because your money doesn't stay local anymore.
Right.
Right. Two good points you made. I was going to disagree, because I feel like so far Goose Island has been okay. But then you said creativity changes, and I realized there are a lot of beers that I'll buy every single year because I want to know what that version is like. And when you start to get into macro brewing, everything is done to precision, and they're always pumping out the same exact beer. It's just like Starbucks. Every Starbucks you go to is going to make the drink exactly the same, because that's what the people want.
Oh, you would think that. I've had some Starbucks people, like, screw drinks up, and I'm like, dude,
right, and it's fucked up. People get mad.
I know what you're saying, Tanya. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
What
like
I'm
McDonald's.
Right. I mean, so you got to make the choice. Like, are you drinking that beer because you want it to taste exactly the same every time? Like, that's why you might drink Blue Moon, or are you drinking that beer because you want to know what that version tastes like, with, that year. And that's at your local brewery.
Well, that's like the Budweiser drink. They went the same.
Craft brewery in Arkansas, and from batch to batch, small thing. I mean, we're not talking about large differences, but things can change, because it's not. I mean, it's not McDonald's. It's not Budweiser.
Exactly.
Right.
So, but I guess if for those of us that are really into craft beer, I think that's what we like for the most part, isn't it? I think we want to see, is it going to be this much different, or what do they do different?
That's why sometimes we actually store some in the cellar, right? So we see how it changes over a period of time.
Absolutely. I mean, not that that's a great comparison, just because of the time and saving, but absolutely. I mean, I just did Champion Brewing Company's shower beer review again. I bought it again, and I did a review again, because I think it's funny. I think shower beer is funny, and I'm just like, let's all drink beer in the shower. That sounds like a great idea. But it came up again.
It'll taste more like water if I do that. So.
Yeah, I mean, let's revisit it. Like this, I'm expecting it might be
John, you're supposed to hold it out of the downspout there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I drink for every year religiously.
Yeah.
In October, November, I would drink Buffalo Bill's pumpkin ale, and I was like, this is the standard, in my opinion, of what a pumpkin ale should be. Whatever your opinion about pumpkin ale might be.
Yeah.
But I had it last year, and I was like, I don't like this one. But every year, 3 years consistently, when I had records, I was like, this beer is great. And I liked it for years before that. And I didn't like it last year. So next year, I absolutely will buy Buffalo Bill's pumpkin ale again, I guess this year, and try it, because I want to know, like, what did they do this year? Did they change it up? Did they change it back? Did they make it sucky, or does it still suck? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm into that. I think that's cool.
I think it's the same reason why a lot of us like our local mom and pop diners, because it's never the same every time.
Right.
It's like the Founders KBS is different every year still.
You say, Martha, the mashed potatoes a little different this time. What you do this time, Martha?
You know, and when getting back to what you guys were talking about, you know, it's like, okay, I've tried this craft brewery's IPA. Let me try this other craft brewery's IPA. You know, let me see which one is better. You know?
Or why they're different.
Why they're different. Same with a pale ale or a lager.
I don't like the term better. I like to say different.
Different. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. If this is better, different
sometimes
than this one.
Sometimes it is better.
Sometimes it is better. You can't argue with that.
Why? I have to use the word better because to me the word better implies quality. I say I like this. I prefer this one.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I hate the word better because I think better implies quality.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Which it can be a better quality too on some stuff. I mean.
Yeah. There are some breweries around here.
But typically, if you're talking about two craft products, the quality's the same. You're talking about small taste differences that you prefer.
I disagree.
Yeah, I think there's differences in quality.
Yeah, I think there are differences in quality. There are, for instance, there are two breweries local to me, and I want to support them both because I think, you know, local is great. I want to give dollars to my local families, you know, but one of them, every beer they make is really good for the style. I may or may not like the beer. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm not into Lloyd's Lager because I'm not a lager drinker. But every beer is good for its style. And then the other brewery that's local, you know, I drink their beer and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, it's not a good beer. It's like thin and watery. It doesn't have any flavor, you know, like it's not very balanced. It has like an alcohol flavor to it, and it's just not.
Well, then you can say better, but I was talking generalities that most craft breweries are kind of on par as far as quality ingredients. So you have to
quality. I mean, they may get the same, you know, the same high quality like malts or whatever, but how they put it together.
And what you do with it is your own magic. Okay, fair. I'll give you that.
Yep. Yeah. I agree. No, but I see your point. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Because, I mean, some of the breweries, when they put some of the stuff together, there's some that can get a reputation of just kind of putting together a beer to put together a beer. It's not going to be a tasty beer. So I've had some that were kind of that way before. It's like, every time I try this brewery, it just never knocks you anywhere.
I'm curious. If there's a brewery like that for you, at what point do you stop going back and trying again?
Well, usually after 2 or 3 times. If it's something where it doesn't work out.
Stop early on.
What'd you say, Tom?
I stop early on.
Yeah, I say like 2 or 3 times for me. It's like, you know,
if I'm unhappy with the first visit, I won't go back a second time.
Yeah. But usually I say 2 or 3 times, and it's usually like Tom said, I go back, and there might be something here where I pick it up at one of the stores or whatever, but I may try 2 or 3 different types of their beers, and if none of them catch on to me, then why keep beating a dead horse in that regard, you know?
Yeah.
If I get a brewery once and I try their sampler, their flight, it doesn't work, I don't go back. Yeah. Or even more important for me, to be honest with you, even more so than quality, if I go there and the service sucks, if they're rude, if they don't answer my questions.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. One time visit and never come back again.
Yeah. I think in that case, one time is done for me in that kind of regard.
I'm a one and done. I give you one chance. If you give me good beer, if you give me good service, I'll keep going back and I'll talk about you forever. As if, you know, Piney River Mothers, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about them ad nauseum because they do all those things right. But if
they're
you,
good, right.
Rude, if you treat me bad the first time, you can have the best beer on the planet. I ain't going to say a damn good word about you. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Fair.
Pretty much.
Hey, Rod, have you had this one?
What is that one? High Society.
What the hell is
that? Oh, I haven't had that one over at Listerman yet. Yeah, Listerman's a great what people know about Listerman is Cincinnati, but I feel like I don't get there enough. I'm going to actually go to one of their beer events in a couple of weeks. But they got some phenomenal beers there too. And they actually have a home brew shop in the store there as well. So a lot of people that brew pick up their supplies there, but a great brewery here in Cincinnati.
Hey, everyone, quick question.
I like the Cincinnati.
Go ahead. Finish up, Todd. What were you going to say?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm done.
Hold on. I haven't. So before you go, John. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
What is this brewery?
It's called Listerman. It's one of our Cincinnati
Brewing Company.
Listerman Brewing Company. They got great beers. They got a great New England IPA that I did a while back when I went there. I don't know if they still have it now or not, but they do a great job.
My question I was going to ask with any of you, gas stations, let's just say, or service stations, whatever you want to call them, do they have growler stations where you guys are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because
not all of them, but a good amount do. Yeah, especially in the Ohio side. But we have a few in Kentucky as well. You go in there, and they actually carry some of the better draft beers that you can get at some of the places.
And how about you, Todd, and Tom and Tanya? How about you guys?
Do you mean
Not in Indiana? Not in Indiana. We don't.
Okay. Well, because
a growler, 64 ounce.
like you could go
any
to
size growler.
Well,
growler.
a true growler is like 64, but then you have like the mini 32 and the 16s. But you go in there, they got the taps. You fill up the beer you want, you take it on with you.
Well, the thing is that there's one of the service stations, and this is only one that I know of, across the bay in Fairhope, Alabama. Of course, Fairhope, obviously the home of Fairhope Brewery. One of the service stations actually have a growler station.
Mm-hmm.
People can go in, get their growl, fill up their beers and whatnot. And I know I was talking to someone today, and they told me, their dad was getting growlers up in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I said to myself, for real, but this is going back way before. And it seems that, I guess I'm not to knock my state down, whatever, but I live in my adopted state, but it just seems we're always late to seem to get all that stuff.
Yeah.
That a lot of you guys in Missouri, in Ohio, in California, and PA can get with ease, or Indiana, whatever. And I'm trying to.
It depends on the states, though. I mean, like I said, we have a few in Kentucky that have it. We have a few in Ohio, but in fact, one of our Shell stations, which is in Blue Ash.
Yeah, this one's a Shell station too.
This one is north of Cincinnati. It's actually known for having some of the best beers around that you can get. They got a growler station, and they've got all these different craft beers in there. Like they probably sell more beers out there than a lot of the other stuff besides gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Right now, my mind is fucking blown. Like California is like, if it has to do with a car, there ain't no fucking alcohol there. It's not happening.
Oh, we still got drive-through liquor stores here.
Right? No, just no, not in California.
You pull up to the window, you tell them what you want, they bring it to the car for you.
Northwest Arkansas, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you can go into a gas station and, they have alcohol, but it's usually like Bud Light, Coors Light, it's not good stuff. Not even, like, the smaller places are even worse. They may or may not even have alcohol. And so, like, it's just, like, not even a thing. My mind is totally blown that this is a thing. Like, you could go to a growler station. Like, I pretty much go to the gas station and I never go inside. You
let Jerry Brown know. Stop holding the people back, man.
Yeah, what you doing, fool? Man, I'm super excited about that opportunity.
Well, most of our gas stations carry craft beer now as part of their stuff. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like the keep it separated situation. Like I can vote for that. I'm down with the keep it separated. Because there's a lot of people who will go out and drink and drive, and it's not a good idea, folks.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Gotta watch Eric's PSAs. Man.
Right, don't do it.
Yeah.
We're channel Eric right now.
Yeah. One thing I always wonder, because you think about the beer labels that people are using and the beer companies, when does it ever get too many? How many more ideas can people come up with, names of beers and all that kind of stuff? And it's funny, I was reading a piece today. So right now, Maine Company is suing Longboat Brewing over their beer brand because their Shipyard Export Ale versus the Shiphead Ginger Wheat, they're saying they're close on how they're represented on the label, but they're really not. But it's just funny. Like, you start to wonder how many more names can people come up with before people start filing suits against each other and complaining, well, you're stealing our idea with your beer. It's kind of crazy because you got 5,300 breweries out there, so you're going to start running into each other at some point.
I have a fabulous beer idea that I'm not going to tell you guys about because I'm just going to start making it and I'll be famous one day.
That's kind of cold to leave us out of the deal, you know.
I know, yeah. Sorry.
You can bring it up and then not talk about it.
You're going to need some salespeople, right, Tom?
Right. Once I've gotten it patented and we've established that it was my really good idea, then yeah. But until then, stay out of my millions, fools.
I thought we were close, T. I thought we were close.
I got your back, but
But there's always a but.
If I actually knew a travel agent, I would get with them and create an idea of doing beercations.
That's totally a thing, actually.
Because with the beer contacts and stuff that we end up developing when we're doing reviews and setting up stuff with breweries, you can make a killing if people complain their whole thing about the breweries they want to visit.
Right. I do that when I make vacations. So, yeah, I think that's totally a thing. However, a friend of mine sent me this thing. She lives in San Francisco. She says it's called drinksfbeer.com. And it's modeled, the thing is actually, I don't know if you can see that, is modeled after what the BART line looks like, the commuter train system out here. It says, celebrate craft beer all year long. Ride the free, it's fucking free, you guys. Ride the free Drink SF Beer Shuttle the third Wednesday of each month. Explore neighbor breweries, hop on and hop off at any stop along the route. All part of the San Francisco Brewers Guild monthly Meet the Brewers Night, which is super legit because there's some good brewers out there. So Beach Chalet is on the list. Thirsty Bear is on the list. Old Bus Tavern at the Alamo Draft House, which, you know, like if you haven't ever gone to an Alamo Draft House, they're kind of a national chain. Check them out; they're great. Triple Voodoo. And Smokestack at Magnolia Brewery. Magnolia Brewery is great. Seven Stills Brewery and Distillery and Laughing Monk Brewery. Almanac SF is on this line. Black Sands Brewery. Social Kitchen and Brewery with Sunset Reservoir and Brewing Company. There's a ton of them, and I didn't realize that was a thing. So conceivably, you can go to San Francisco, hop on this thing, and then like you get on this ride and it had, you know, this line, like a bus line essentially, and it drops you at each of these locations, which is a super legit idea. So if you're traveling to San Francisco, check out drinksfbeer.com. It sounds fun. And invite me. I want to go.
Invite Tanya.
Yeah.
If I ever visit your neck of the woods, you'll be the first call I make. I guarantee.
Let's do that. Like I am on that. I am like this is a life goal.
Drink, so she would appreciate the pressure being taken off of her.
Yeah. Life goal. And then we can drunk lift back to my house. It'll be great.
There you go. Well, that's kind of like stuff we've got here. Well, we've actually got a streetcar. The streetcar does different things going to a brewery route. And then we also have a Cincy brew bus that does brew tours. And then we also have the pedal wagons where people pedal between different bars and stuff and you get beers. And then we have something else, I think, too. So we have all kinds of beer transportation in Cincinnati. It's like you don't have to worry about anything when you want to get a beer here, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, a few of those here in Louisville also.
Yeah.
I feel like anytime one of my beer friends. Sorry, excuse me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure about the pedal wagon. Who in the hell wants to pedal for miles and miles drinking beer?
Well, they do it like these team activities for companies and stuff like that. So they get out there. And the good thing is if you get the head of the table seat, there's no pedal. So you're right at the head and you can pretty much sit there and drink. So but the people on the sides have to actually pedal. Yeah, they have to pedal.
They actually look pretty cool. They make a good appeal.
If you're drinking, you're burning off the alcohol you're taking in. So
I don't want to burn it off. I want to lavish in that drunkenness. Thank you very much.
Every time you see him drive, like the guy that's at the head, he's always the one laughing. Everybody else is kind of like they're laughing, but they're not laughing as much as the guy that's in the head chair. He's really laughing.
Your ass off.
Yeah. He's like Mush. He's like the guy.
Mush, we are behind schedule. Mush.
He's always the guy happy to wave to everybody.
And it always seems like those damn things are going uphill too.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, that's the thing in Cincinnati. If you don't know, is actually built on 7 hills. But luckily, the routes they use it stay pretty flat for the most part. But
I would hate to do one of those in Cincinnati.
Yeah. But it's a kind of a
beer tour. How'd you lose?
Yeah.
How'd you lose 12 pounds on a beer tour?
Yeah. And so, what else did I see? Oh, Nebraska Brewing. We talk always about like the risk you take politicizing beers, right?
Oh my God.
So okay. Nebraska Brewing Company named one of their new beers after a state senator. Now, I don't know anything about the state senator or anything like that or anything, but it's kind of interesting. It's like if you name it after a state senator, that better be a pretty popular senator. Otherwise, you might be losing people that might buy your beer, I would think.
I feel like that's risky.
That's risky, yeah.
I feel like I have to reserve judgment on that until I look up this particular senator.
I'm hoping. I would think the popularity had to be pretty high to not piss off people. Yeah.
Right. Who's Nebraska? Where is Nebraska Brewing Company? Lincoln.
I don't know if it's in Lincoln or not. It's in Nebraska somewhere.
Okay. So I just want to say for just a moment, Nebraska has some legit brewing companies. So I've gotten a couple beers from, was it called Zipline out of Lincoln? I was in, last April, I was in Omaha, and there are some really good brewing companies out in Omaha. One, I can't even think of their names because they're tiny and I have a crappy memory, but I just want to give a shout out to the Nebraska beer scene. Good beer.
Well, you think about Nebraska outside of like maybe the steers or whatever, but they've got lots of grain.
Right.
And there's not much.
And I have a crappy memory.
There's not much else to do in Nebraska.
I just want to give a shout out to
Tom got that one. I mean, but like if you got a ton of grain,
to be honest with you,
if you can't do anything else, you got a ton of grain. What else can you do with it? Oh, we can make beer.
Yeah, and they make some good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I went there to visit a friend of mine. To take her to the opera. We went and saw Phantom of the Opera, and we went to go get matching tattoos. And we were at this tattoo place, like long story about how that happened. Anyway, and I found out there was a brewing company down the street. And I was like, we're going to go to this as soon as we finish these tattoos. Like, we're going to be late to the hotel check-in and the show. Like, it's fine. We're going to go to this brewing company. And I sat down, I sat down with a critical heart, gentlemen. I was like, this is going to be bullshit. And I sat down, and they had pretzels with this, like, smoked cheese sauce. Oh, my God, it was so good. And the beer was good. I was like, I want that sweatshirt. How do I get that sweatshirt? Like, give me a hoodie. This is what I need in my life. And I was like, I was sold. So I'm just saying. Also, Zipline. I buy them a lot from Tavor because they have beers out in Nebraska. Also, as a follow-up, just so you know, I'm from Nebraska, so I have a little bit of love in my heart for Nebraska.
I didn't know you were from Nebraska.
But just a tiny bit. Yeah. Tiny bit of love.
Tiny bit.
I lived there for a minute, like as an adult, and there's like it's kind of an asshole state. I couldn't deal with it. But anyway, tiny bit of love.
All I know really about Nebraska is the Cornhuskers football team and college baseball World Series. And I had a buddy that I used to work with that was from Nebraska, and he said there's not much else really out there besides those two things. Yeah, but now there's beer. So that can now there's beer.
Yeah. I mean, steak, corn,
Omaha steaks, and Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett.
Right. And that's why he's rich, is because he lives in Nebraska and that shit's cheap.
I think he still drives a Lincoln. He drives like Like, he doesn't drive a fancy car. He drives like some car he got, back in the day, and he still drives it. So
that's why that fool's rich. And I'm just like, fuck this car. It's a couple years old. It's gross.
Try to get $700 later on, you can buy a share of his stock. So, Brewers Association just released their 2017 beer style guidelines. So they changed some things with some of the styles or whatever. But I wonder sometimes, like, who elected the Brewers Association to actually be the ones to really say what is what about beer? Like, how did that come to be what it is, I guess? So
hold on. Brewers Association. You're not talking about BJCP.
No, I'm talking about the BA. They're the ones that define what craft beer is. The brewer judge and the BJCP just basically judges beer that beats to that style that's actually designated by the Brewers Association.
Okay.
So the Brewers Association is like the coaches, the owners, and the BJCP are like the coaches. Like, they pay the coaches.
Sure.
I don't think they pay them, but you know what I'm saying. They're like the ones that actually establish the guidelines. So if you're big into the Brewers Association, you can check them out to see what their new guidelines are. They said they tweaked some of the styles and stuff. I know a big thing was actually recognizing New England IPA as its own style now. So that's actually a style out there.
It's already like that.
Well, I think, was that last year or this year? Because it was just recent when they did that.
I religiously look at the BJCP style guideline on my phone when I'm looking at beer that I'm not familiar with.
Right.
And right now I have the 2015 on my phone because that's the last release that I've been notified of. Hold on, I'm trying to scroll through and find this. There is
I don't think the Brewers Association had officially said it was one.
Maybe. So category 21 is IPA, and it includes American, specialty, Belgian, black, brown, red, rye, white. So IPA has already been its own category for a long time.
Yeah, IPA has, but the New England IPA as a style now.
Oh.
Of the IPA.
Yeah,
well,
okay.
IPA has always been a category, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry. Now they recognize New England IPA as a style. Why is
good. Yeah, no, I agree with
that. Todd's frozen drinking his beer there.
Everybody's drinking beer there.
I'm still here.
So there you go. Well, yeah, you're stuck with the glass in front of your face, which is pretty funny, but that's all right. Freaking Google, you have so much money, your stuff is still freaking broken. Fix it. But yeah, if you check out their site, which is brewersassociation.org, you can see some of the stuff that they have on there. They actually have some pretty interesting newsletters with different things happening in the beer community. We were talking about the beer festivals. They actually link a lot of the beer festivals out there. So if you're looking for beer festivals for a certain area, you can usually find that out there as well. So pretty cool along those lines. If you're in Texas and you're riding the bus, not like riding the bus like you're going to work riding the bus, but like you're riding the bus to another part of Texas, like you're going Dallas to San Antonio, going Greyhound or whatever it may be. I think Greyhound's the only one left, right? They don't have any more bus lines.
Well,
Greyhound.
You got Mega Bus, you got those, and you got these other small time, bus companies who are trying to challenge Greyhound.
Okay. There used to be another one that was like Railways, I think, or Trailways back in the day.
Trailways is part of Greyhound, yeah.
Okay. So they bought them. So, but now they're actually working on legislation to get passed where you could actually get beer on the bus. So they said they do it on planes, they do it on everything else, trains, all that kind of stuff. Why not on the bus? So
okay.
So now you're gonna have Texas bus riders where you might be able to drink beers as you're riding because you probably need something if you're on the bus anyway. Because like I've been on the bus before back in the day, and it's like not a fun thing usually.
It's not a fun thing. That's a really great idea. I like that a lot. In the Bay Area, we have a lot of ferry lines. San Francisco to Sausalito, San Francisco to Oakland or Alameda, whatever. San Francisco to whatever that is, Vallejo, whoever has the other hub.
That's always a cool city to say.
But there's alcohol. You can buy cocktails. And I feel like that is a super
cocktails on the bus.
That's what I just said.
Woo!
Yeah.
Come to Alabama. I guess I have to wait maybe another 10 years for that to happen.
I just wonder if
I don't get drive-through beer or like gas station beer, but I can get ferry beer. So okay.
making faces. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'm just wondering if they're going to sell it or if people can actually bring it themselves.
Oh,
I don't see a beer. I don't see a beer cart working well on the bus. I just don't see it happening. So.
Well, if you work on the plane, why not the bus, right?
I don't know. You're hitting potholes, all kinds of stuff. You know, you're spilling drinks on people.
Yeah, I feel like somebody else should go try this out. Like, I don't want to go to Texas, so y'all let me know how that's working.
BYOB on the bus.
So the bus
doesn't BYOB. I'm just saying, doesn't everybody bring Jack and Coke and like sit in the back of the bus and just be like,
"Thank you."
That's what I was just saying. There's always somebody
before. Hey, Tanya, it's before they jump on the bus. They have their Jack and Coke. You know?
Nah, I mean, if you're on a long bus ride, you gotta like re-up some point.
Bottles. You got some Coke. Come on.
Anybody's been on a bus always has a guy with a brown paper
We
bag.
all know we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go through TSA. You're bringing a fifth, you know.
Yep.
So that might make bus rides a little bit better, I guess. But beer on the bus, beer everywhere. Even Burger King is trying to get into the act now.
What?
So in New York, they're looking to launch where Burger King may be looking to offer beer now at their restaurant. So not just a Whopper. Now you can have your Whopper with the beer as well.
What kind of beer?
Already.
It'll probably be a macro, but they saw Taco Bell was doing it. They see Chipotle actually serves alcohol at their places.
Wait,
why not
Taco
Burger King?
Bell's doing it?
Taco Bell's doing
Is that only a dine-in?
I think.
They already do that in Germany and the Czech Republic. I think you can buy like what is it? One of the big jet. I think it's, I don't know if it's Beck's or something like that, but you can go into McDonald's and Burger King in Germany and have a Beck's with your big.
Freaking James, how long have you been there? You haven't said shit the whole time. I didn't know if you were there or not. I thought you were having problems.
Oh no.
And that's James from Random Lions who's joined us.
I was just chilling. I didn't want to interrupt.
Going in bed.
Let me guess, you're laying in bed, right?
Where else would I be?
And for those of you that don't know, James is our Scottishman living in Sweden. So yeah, it is pretty late over there right now.
I went to bed at like 9 and woke up at 3. And
It should be about what? Maybe
Sweden? Scottish and Sweden will call you Sweden.
It should be like what? Maybe 5 in the morning out there in Scotland.
He's a Sweden.
3:40.
Well, he's in Sweden, not Scotland. He's Scottish in Sweden.
Sweden. It should be about what? Maybe 5 in the morning out there right now.
Oh, it's like 3:40 just now.
What time?
3:40.
3:40.
Okay.
So, yeah, I went to bed at like 9 o'clock because I was tired and woke up at 3. I'm like, okay.
3:30. Okay.
But you mad people are up, so I thought I'd join you.
There you go, definitely.
Yeah. Another really interesting thing, you talked about beer on like transport and stuff. You guys probably know Mikkeller from Denmark, right?
Yeah, I get McKellar.
Yeah, they've made a beer recently that was designed to taste. You know how beer always tastes different when you're way up at 30,000 feet or whatever. They've actually designed a beer that's meant to taste normal at 30,000 feet, and it's being sold by Scandinavian Airlines on their.
Yeah. Is that Gene yawning?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
Did you yawn on James' story?
No. I didn't mean to. James, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Everybody's gonna start yawning.
You're right in the middle of James talking about the 30,000. You're yawning.
At least you're still awake.
Start playing quarters or shotgun. What are we gonna do to wake your ass up?
Well, McKellar always does some things. Like I said, I know we talked about it before, Jason. But like they made they made 1,000 IBU beer, knowing you can't taste that high, but they made 1,000 IBU beer, or so they say.
That's one of their best beers.
Yeah.
I had it. It was okay.
Yeah. Really good.
There'll always be one guy like, oh, I got that next IBU. I'm at 120 right now. How the fuck would you know you're at 120 IBU right now? What you're tasting?
Well, I mean, that's the rub, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
I had that 1,000 IBU beer.
Did you?
at Against the Grain 3 or 4 years ago.
That's a great brewery out of the Louisville area.
Yeah.
I've never been against it.
Didn't really realize what I was drinking at the time, but you couldn't. Yeah, I mean, once it gets so high, it doesn't make any difference anyway.
But you can't taste it after a point.
It's like after 100, isn't it, or 120 or something?
Like 100, I think the high is like 115, 120, something like that.
Well, I think most experts say you can't taste anything over 85.
Oh, really?
Over 85.
Now, I don't personally believe it because I can tell the difference, but yeah, I've heard a lot of folks say 80, 85 is not bad.
Yeah.
See, I think this is one of these things where America chooses weird numbers to make its measurements again instead of using the metric system. If you're going to have a measurement, why not just do it in tens like anything normal? Like, why choose 120 as the limit? Choose 100.
Because, damn it, James, we're American. We run the world. That's why.
Whenever I get an American,
we're still trying to get you guys to switch over to inches.
I always complain about that. Whenever I get an American beer, I'm like, right, is this like a 330 milliliter or what is it? And then it's like 12 fluid ounces. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, what is that? That just doesn't make sense to me. I'm always like, because it's America, but I think it's Bolivia or maybe Venezuela and Burma are the only ones that use the imperial system or whatever it's called.
Well, you know we're stubborn, so. Oh man. I did see that freaking New Holland Brewing is bringing back 6 beers for their anniversary. Their Courage, or Brown Ale, a Zoomer Wit, a Wheat Ale, a Y2K Barley Wine, Green Hornet American Pale Ale, Jubilee Fruit Ale, and Blue Goat, which is a Doppelbock. But it looks like their availability may be limited to their New Holland's Pub in Holland, Michigan, or the Knickerbocker in Grand Rapids, Michigan, or the annual Manhattan Days Street Party. So, New Holland, you guys suck. You need to get it out to the rest of the country. We're going to bring back these beers. Stop limiting it to only the people in your areas. There's other people that like New Holland beers. We like to get some of that stuff if we could. So hopefully to open up distribution and get it to the rest of the people. Because if you had New Holland beers, you probably know how good they are. Things like the Dragon's Milk and things along those lines.
I had their variant of Dragon's Milk the other day. It was a Mexican spice cake. Phenomenal.
Yeah. They make some good stuff.
Yeah, so if anyone from New Holland's watching, send some to Sweden as well.
Yeah, get some to Sweden. Come on. Well, they may have to get bought out so they get the distribution behind them, but
then you can't drink them anymore.
Right. If I get a Dragon's Milk bourbon, I'm still drinking. I don't care if they are bought out. That's a good beer. Yeah.
Which state are New Holland from?
Yeah. And then go from one new to another new. New Belgium is actually losing one of their iconic brewers. Peter Buckner is leaving to launch Purpose Brewing and Cellars. He actually is credited with creating the sour barrel aging program at New Belgium. He came up with the Blue Paddle beer and some of their Lafoil series, whatever. He's come up with those as well, but he's going to be starting his own brewery with someone that left another brewery back in the summer of 2017. So, or upcoming in the summer of 2017. So it'll be interesting to see how New Belgium shifts. If they're going to still do the sour beers or how that'll actually take place.
I don't think I can get them out here.
They're in Colorado. You can't get them in California?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think of.
You don't get Fat Tire even?
Oh, New Belgium?
New Belgium?
Did you say New Holland?
Well, that was the other one was New Holland. Yeah, you don't get them. I don't think they're in Michigan. They're in Eric.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, New Belgium I can get, but not New Holland.
Yeah.
We get New Belgium over here as well, but I've never had anything from New Holland. I think you can only get that from some of like the really specialist places in Copenhagen.
Yeah, they do some pretty good beers in my opinion. For the ones that I've had, they're barrel aged. Like I said, Dragon's Milk is usually
barrel aged Dragon's Milk are really good, but a lot of their stuff's overrated. But the Dragon's Milk stuff is great.
What's the one they have though? The Raven, I think, was pretty good.
The Poet.
The Poet, yeah, the Poet after Edgar Allan Poe. That one I thought.
It was okay. It's good. It's solid.
Yeah.
Mad Hatter, IPA.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter series. They got like a bunch of Hatters. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of them for me were a little overrated.
Yeah.
The White Hatter I didn't dig at all, and then they were a little pricey.
Yeah, well, that plays into it as well. You know, are you going to get what matches the value? Which in craft beer, you don't know sometimes.
That's it for me. I mean, if I'm going to pay a certain amount of money, I want that kind of beer for that money.
Yeah, because you want to get what you're paying for sure. And like I said, some of these actually deliver, and some don't. So, but that's the part of the game. You know, I see some of the reviews that people do, and you get disappointed on some of them as well. You don't know. It's like a Christmas gift sometimes, you know. You get the sweater. You don't always want the sweater, you know.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
It's like,
you gotta try everything you can, and you don't know which one. Yeah.
You just gives you the sweater, and your mom says, put it on. You're like, I don't want to put it on. She's like, put it on, and you got to put it on.
But see, sometimes the opposite happens, right? You think it's a sweater box, and it turns out to be the best present of all. You know, sometimes you try something, you're not expecting a lot from it. Oh, crap, that's awesome. And then you try stuff from a brewery that you're expecting a lot from. Holy crap, it's the itchy sweater.
Yeah. I always said if I had a child, I'd be the one that'd be like that asshole kind of dad a little bit. Like, I'd get him a big box and put a smaller box in, a smaller box, and a smaller box. Then he keep opening the boxes. Then that last box would be like, gotcha. But yeah. But what else is going on in the beer world? What do you guys got?
Crickets.
Cricket.
Nobody says anything.
I don't even know. What's Tanya doing? Taking a test or something?
No. I'm catching up on all these things I was hoping that I would have silenced so you didn't keep hearing the dings.
Are you working?
No. I'm on a bunch of group texts with a bunch of funny people, so I watch it, and sometimes I have to catch up and see what these funny people said.
Oh, so we're not funny? Well,
different funny.
What the fuck? All of a sudden I'm thinking we're the B team, and I'm a little offended.
Yeah, what's so funny about them? Not funny about us?
Yeah.
Is that funny?
Are they clowns, so they amuse you, or what?
I'm not the B team.
Are you funny?
Bring in Bernie the Bat.
Funny ha.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
All right.
Never.
I welcome and accept all the funny. And so sometimes I do the funny in parallel. And it's not like I don't love you less. Mm-hmm. You just have a very specific role in my life, and we're funny about beer, and these people are funny about different funny things. So
have you seen my Facebook page? I'm funny about a lot.
I can be funny about different things. I can be funny about things.
I'm funny about a lot of things.
And sometimes I'm just like, oh shit, this is gonna be funny. That's different. That's why I like you, Rajay.
I got all kinds of jokes. I just know what the topic is, and I'll get something funny about it.
Yeah. Anyway, I put down my phone. Don't charge me $17 lawsuit because I was on the phone in my fucking first date. Like, stop it. Yeah. Oh my god.
I never back away from funny. I'm a funny guy.
That's what
no one should ever back away from funny. Nobody.
Also, I was making
just asking.
Yeah. What'd you say, Tanya?
Also, I was making plans with my sweetheart for the weekend. So.
All right.
These are
we're going to cut this some
QT, as we like to say in the hood.
Funny category.
QT time. QT.
Right. And it's like prime time right now. It's only like 7:00. And so, like, we're making plans. It's after work, you know. Anyway. No, I feel like there's not a lot of exciting beer things that are going on here that we haven't already discussed. Actually, hold on. Time out.
We need to go overtime to go politics or what?
No. Yeah, no, that's a different.
Yeah. Start me up, RJ.
Yeah.
No, don't.
I'm ready. Bring it. All right, anyway.
There's a lot of funny stuff happening in our government right now.
Oh my god.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me say about that. That is that just like sports. the best reality show on TV, the ultimate reality show.
I mean, we can have John. He does one hell of a Donald Trump.
I just made a joke on my Facebook page and fired up a whole bunch of folks.
Can't believe that, Tom.
I just want to share with you
It
that
was a joke, but I got some people all sorts of pissed off over it. I'll tell you that right now.
That's the
this
first time
means
you
flying asshole.
Snowflakes. Boy, you say one thing about Trump, and boy, they got their knickers in a twist, boy.
Announce it.
It's the first for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You, isn't it?
Yeah, Tom never gets anybody riled up.
That's not my thing.
Riley is my middle name.
I don't want to upset anybody.
I'm not even going to reply. I'm going to let Tom handle that report.
I'm just going to watch this one happen. It's cool.
You not only created
Anyway, back to beer-related things.
Yeah,
I'm muting you, John. I'm muting you.
I think John, is that your thing all out?
No, yeah, he's watching TV. He doesn't need to have it. It's
Sorry.
cool. All right. Anyway, back to beer-related things that have happened recently. So, a company out here called Hopsy, Hopsy, HOPSY.beer.
Hopsy.beer.
Opened up out here in Albany, which is kind of close to me. It's kind of close to Oakland. And they go around and they fill 32-ounce growlers at local breweries. Then they added these 2-liter bottles because they have like a not a desktop. What is that? Countertop machine where you put these 2-liter bottles in and it keeps it cold for you. And then you have like a draft machine. It's like having a tap in your house. Super legit.
Too legit.
Great.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned growlers, what is everybody's opinion on growler fills? Good or bad?
I used to drink them a lot more, but then you got to drink them within a certain time period.
24 hours.
I usually don't get them as much because I like, because I'm not got a 64-ouncer with no problem.
Most breweries will tell you 5 days. Some say 2 to 5.
Yeah.
If you don't open it,
It depends how well they seal it.
Fine, unopened. If you leave it unopened, they should last 5 days if they're sealed right. But the second you pop them, you have to drink them.
Yeah, it has to have a CO2 backfill.
Dude, what? Who's there? Who said what first?
Loses. Do you feel that it loses anything, even
if you open it and sit it does. So like if I open a growler, like it needs to be finished that day.
Yeah, no. As soon as you open them, you gotta drink them. But most of them will last 5 days unopened. But as soon as you open it, you have to drink it that day.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree with that. But like from the time you buy it before you crack it, say even if it's 2 days.
I wouldn't hold it more than 3 or 4 days.
Even test it.
Yeah, most breweries will tell you up to 5 days, but the sooner you drink them, the better.
Yeah, I feel like it depends.
Because I've read some things where they just look down their nose upon growler fills. That's the only reason why I was asking. That's the only reason why I just wanted to drill.
As soon as you drink them, as soon as you open them, you got to pop. Well, see, okay. So the brewery I personally work for, we do our growler fills not from the taps. They do them as they fill in the kegs. They've got a tighter seal on them. So these will last 5 days, sometimes longer. But as soon as you buy them, I tell folks 5 days. But there are some that just twist a cap. Those aren't going to last very long, y'all.
Yeah. It also depends on whether or not you do a CO2 backfill out of it. Like if you're filling a bottle, it doesn't matter what size the bottle is, and there is an inch worth of air at the top, your beer is going to oxidize, and so it's going to go bad. It's not going to be as good. So if you backfill it with CO2, you take that out, it'll last longer, but most growler fills don't have that.
No, most don't. No.
Right, most growler fills don't have that, and so mostly the intention of buying a growler is you're going to go home and drink it that day. And so if that's your goal, great. It's great because you're buying a larger volume of beer from a place. It's fresh and you're going home and you're drinking it like you're buying it for a party, whatever. That's great.
That's going to be if you've got a function, if you've got a barbecue, grab a couple growlers, But don't plan on hanging on to them. No, I agree, Tanya.
Well, some of these people now.
Once you open it, you got 24 hours because even the next day it's flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been my experience
some
too.
growlers that I've opened 3-4 days later, they've been fine. But that day you open them, you need to drink them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
However long you've kept them, as soon as you pop them, you need to drink them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess some of these
Absolutely.
people now are buying these physics machines and they're pouring them into that maybe to try to keep them fresher. But
And
Right.
the brew houses in Germany, they always had this. I think that maybe was what Tonya was saying. They always had this machine that it was like a sort of bottom filler, and it would go up, and then it would put like a seal over it, firing CO2, and then it would actually automatically pop down. Those are like.
well, if there's one country that's not going to screw up beer, it's Germany. I'll say that. They're not going to mess up beer in Germany.
That's going to start a fight.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They've done bad things, but not beer.
Right.
Right.
And Germany makes good beer.
Yeah.
You know, like purity of people, that's an asshole thing. Purity of beer, like I'm totally behind that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
The Beck's
Anyway, back
can
to
I had,
Hopsy.
bottle I had, so purity of all.
All right, Tanya, I didn't mean to interrupt your thought there.
That's okay. I'm on
Go
point
ahead.
today. I can remember
Finish
what I
your
was
thought. I had to get a beer. Finish your thought.
Cleveland and Warriors.
Tying you to the helm.
All right, so Hopsy. So they built these machines that do a CO2 backfill, and they fill these 32-ounce growlers. Right, and so they're fresh for the entire time that they're going to sell them to you. I don't remember what their shelf life is, probably 5 days, like you were saying earlier. You know, and they're filled at breweries around the Bay Area. So great, you know, like we don't want to drive all over the place because there's beer like in a 100-mile radius. So 200, you know, 100 miles south, 100 miles north, 100 miles east. There's not even 100 miles to travel west. There's a ton of beer in this area, so it's really great for that. Then they added the 2-liter bottle, where they do a CO2 backfill on that as well, and then it's pressurized on this countertop machine, keeps it cold, and then it's like having a draft pour. It's super legit. It's great. Lasts a long time. Like I've had it on my counter for more than a week, more than 7 days before I opened it, and before the first tap out of it, and when I poured it, it was great. So they've been pouring beers out of the Bay Area for a while now. I think I've been working with them for a year. They just now expanded to San Diego. So now I can get growlers filled out of San Diego and those 2-liter bottles filled out of San Diego. Like I got Coronado Brewing Company last week or the week before. They also just opened their market to New York. And I don't know what beers are coming out of New York. I haven't seen them yet. But they're going to do that same thing in New York. And I think it's a super cool idea because as they expand to these new beer networks, they're looking for cities that have, like, I don't know what their threshold is, X number of breweries within 100 miles. You know, you can get fresh poured beer from the brewery out of the San Francisco Bay Area, out of San Diego, out of New York, etc. And so you can try all your local breweries that way without driving all over hell and high water. You can try things from these other markets, and it's fresh and super good. So keep your eye on Hopsy. I think as they expand and they open up in more markets, it's really going to be a really cool company.
So is that an online type thing? You buy it online and they send it to you?
Yeah, exactly. Right now it's only San Diego, New York, and San Francisco Bay Area, and then like they'll cold ship your beer to you anywhere in California.
They don't go outside of California, Tanya?
Not yet. Yeah, not yet. But keep your eye on them. Like it's moving. It's moving forward. Like there's a lot of laws about where alcohol can and cannot be shipped in and outside of the state, across state lines. But you know, as they're moving between these new markets, they're going to expand that and make it more available. So keep your eye on Hopsy. I think they're going to do some great things.
Hopsy.
So is it like a legitimate 2-liter like you get out of, you know, a Coke or Pepsi or something?
Have any, you know, I don't have any with like that I haven't emptied at this point, but you know, it's like a flat 2-liter bottle and it has like a little little thin tube on the top that pops into the machine, and so the back of it hooks up to a generator that pumps it and keeps it fresh. And then like you just pull it off the top. It's just like having a draft beer. It's like a little mini 2-liter keg.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
cool.
Craig actually said, and I probably can agree with him that because it's a different type of seal they put on it. But he says he thinks the new crowlers last longer before opening. I don't know if you guys get crowlers where you're at. But
The cans?
The cans. So we get those here as well for a lot of the carryout stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason that might be a better option. I'm gonna keep talking. Sorry. The reason that might be a better option is because
I like how
when
you
they
said
fill
sorry.
the
I'm gonna keep going.
the top is it's all the way up cylinder, and they don't have a lid on the top of the can. So they fill it all the way to the top and drop the lid on. And so when they seal that lid, like it's more beer volume than the cylinder holds. So there's no air in that at all.
Right.
More of a vacuum seal.
Yeah. So it is, so there's when you're filling a bottle, you're pretty much going to leave air at the top. It's almost inevitable. And so if they combine that with a CO2 backfill, like they flush that can with CO2 and then they fill it with beer, it's like it'll hold for a super long time, longer than a growler would for sure.
Most growlers you got to finish off in one day. You can't hold them for a day, the day
before you open. Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
As soon as you
Before
open
you
it,
open it, like you can keep a can for a long time.
Genie's
I
not
think I
going
read
back
on
to the
those
bottle.
crowlers. I think I read on those crowlers like up to 2 weeks or something before you first pop it.
Mm-hmm.
But not if you open it, right? That's if it's
Right,
not.
now if you open it,
Once
then
you,
then you gotta
once you
drink
open it.
Yeah, once you crack the
The
seal.
thing with the crowlers, there's no way to reseal it because it's just like a tall can.
Right.
Right. That's what I
My
said.
local beer company has
Frank
them.
can't finish it in one day.
Yeah.
Right. My local beer company has it, and it's I think it's a 32-ounce beer. So 2 pints basically.
Yes. Or 32 ounces. Yep. Usually.
Yeah. So I buy it from them all the time, and I brought it to a party because we're going to watch a movie and have beer and have dinner or whatever. So I brought a couple over, so I'm sitting there we didn't have enough glasses, so I poured a pint for my friend, and then I was holding this can, and my friend came in. They're like, "Is your hand super small or is that can big?" Yeah, exactly. And I was like,
There's a joke. There's a
That's
joke in there
interesting
somewhere.
pickup line. That's a new
It's
pickup line.
underlined. So if you wanna-
right. I was like, I think my can's just big.
Yeah.
So
Small hands,
That's what
big
we
cans.
all
What does that
say.
mean?
That's
I
what we
got
all
small
say.
hands, big cans, baby. That's
Small
my
shoes,
kind of
not your
woman. Small
hands.
hands and big cans.
Mm.
Hands and cans. There you
I
go.
just got sexist. My bad. Let me take that. Bring it down, Tom.
And that's
Okay.
why I didn't call you TT with these guys here. It's only been a matter of time.
Yeah.
But
So
these, I'm riding the chill wave pretty easily tonight. So this is a nice benefit when you get to work from the house, because in the morning my office is 30 feet from my bed. So
okay.
yes, work from home.
I can get up at
Oh.
the latest possible time just to turn on my computer.
Oh,
Right.
you
You're like, I
heard,
gotta put a shirt on and like get some fucking coffee. That's it.
Yeah.
hey, y'all heard the news today. Speaking of that, IBM said that if y'all come to work, today, it was on the news. If y'all come to work, drive in those who work from home for IBM. Come to work or work at the office, because those who've been working from home, or else just quit your job, or just that's it. You're done. That was kind of interesting. Those folks who do work from home for IBM, who kind of keep that company going and making it relevant, and giving them this ultimatum to say, well, we want this because, quote unquote, we're trying to cut costs and we want to bring sort of camaraderie. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was on the news
I
today.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
Speaking of
No, I
IBM,
didn't see that. Don't fuck with the work from home option.
Speaking of IBM, and just one of those little side notes of history, I'm always curious about why they never got any of the harsh backlash for what they did during the whole Holocaust.
No question.
I always wonder why they never got the harsh backlash for what they did during the Holocaust and during World War II.
Oh, interesting. I didn't.
You know what they did,
about
right?
like Xerox and like who had rights to what, and that wasn't where you went. That's interesting.
But you know where IBM did during the Holocaust?
I do not, and I would like to hear.
They were the ones. They actually coded all the Jewish people that were in the concentration camps.
Oh,
They ran the codes for the people in the concentration camps that were carried out. And it's always curious, like, why they never got backlash for it. I mean, I know money talks, right? But it's just kind of...
Right, and if really had it, can you just, like, perpetuate that starting now? Like, let's talk
I
about
have no idea what's going on in that jeans.
What in the world is going on?
I think there's a man down. Man down!
Holocaust.
Down!
Here we go.
I started hearing sirens.
Yeah, like, all right.
Come
I'm
on, buddy.
all about peace.
Man.
I'm all about peace and love and happiness.
But when they when they went out and they rounded up all the Jewish people, IBM did the cataloging and they did the key cards to catalog all the hostages or the whatever you call the people put in the camps, whatever the proper term is. They would catalog them all.
So what you're saying is that a company really fucking good at data has exact numbers and whereabouts of each of these people where we're like, oh, I don't know how many people there were. IBM's like, actually, no, we fucking know.
Like, you remember seeing the numbers on the Jewish people that were in the camps? That was IBM that cataloged them all. And it was just always one of those curious things, like, how did they escape all the backlash that took place? It's just one of those things that's out there in history.
That's a good question.
But I'm saying because they had enough people on their board to have the money to pay off and silence and hush stuff up. But when you got to do the research,
like if we just keep talking about it.
I mean, they were a proponent of the computer industry here in the States. That's why.
Yeah.
All about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is wrong. They should have been held responsible, but that's why they weren't.
Right.
I mean, the same reason why Werner von Braun was brought over here to help NASA.
And just like supposedly some of the Nazis we got into
a war criminal. There should have been a war criminal.
America.
But yet now he helped NASA, so he's okay now. He's a good guy now.
Yeah. Turn that S upside down and not make it a frown.
Werner von Braun's a good guy. I mean, it's the same principle. It's the same thing we're talking about.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things out there. Like, people don't realize it, but it's like when you look at the history, you look at stuff, it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things that are out there. It's one of the facts that, you know, they're kind of buried in the bowels of America.
I mean, history books change depending on what side you're on, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're in Texas, slaves were migrants now, so in their textbook.
Well,
oh my God!
That's been taught for years in Louisiana. That
there is a problem in Germany now that's like the young people in Germany are forced. It's almost like it's kind of shoved down their throats that they should apologize for everything that happened and stuff, and that's. In a way, it's not really fair on them because their generation had nothing to do with a lot of the shit that's going on. And I mean, a really good friend of mine, the friend who got me into beer, his grandfather was in the Wehrmacht in the war, and he fought at Stalingrad, and he had the Knight's Cross, which was the equivalent of the Victoria Cross or the Medal of Honor. Like, he won that. And I remember meeting this guy. He died at I think he was 101, 102. And I met this guy when he was like 97, 98, and he was just like such a nice guy. And I think that's the thing you have to remember with Germany is there were the people who were the absolutely mad Nazis, like the SS and things like that. But a lot of them were actually just. A lot of them were just normal people.
A lot of them were forced into it, you know. So.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like as a human of this earth, it's easy for me. It's easier for me to say that there are individual humans and there's humanity at large, and one of them I like.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of this a lot of the shit we're getting just now. I mean, there's a lot of demonization of the Middle East and things like that, and a lot of, to be honest, I read a lot. When I read the history of that region, it kind of angers me because there's a lot of the problem in that region is that you're getting the religious organizations getting involved in politics.
Right.
If you read about Iran, like, I mean, the Shah was a bit of a bastard, but he was sort of friendly to the West, and then he was overthrown by a student-led organization that forced the religion. Like, I've worked with a lot of Iranians, and a lot of them are like, this is the government trying to force people to adopt Islam, but most Persians don't give a shit. Whereas, I mean, you've got Saudi Arabia, which is slightly different, and then you've got Iraq, which was really, you had the two King Faisals in Iraq who were really friendly, but the second one was killed by Egyptian militants or something like this. But he used to even drink, he was a big fan of French champagne and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing how just things in politics like that can kind of turn, and it's the few fucking it up for the many, basically. I mean, I guess. It's like
been part of civilization for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it probably kind of goes like, in a way, it's a little bit like the apartheid thing in South Africa. Like, it's the minority oppressing the majority, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then again, I suppose religion's a funny thing, I think.
Yeah. I'm curious, what do you think about the elections that are happening?
Hey, James, I have to ask you a question. Are you ever not in bed? I have never seen a video with you when you're not in a bed.
I see him do one turtle. I see him do
wheelchair bound or paraplegic. I'm really gonna feel bad about asking this question, but are you ever not in the bed?
Yeah,
no location videos.
It's 4 a.m.
Yeah,
I've never seen you in bed. I'm just asking, can you just stand up just so we know that you have the ability to do so?
He's like in a New York efficiency.
I just know that you have the ability to stand up. Just for my own sake.
I can stand up. I play football and everything. It's just that when I come home, I actually don't have a couch in this apartment, which is going to get sorted soon. So that's why I'm always on my bed. We don't actually have I've got like a table, but it's not really comfy to sit there. So I always just go and sit on my bed because it's the comfiest place.
You got like a key in that part of the world, and you have no couch.
Oh,
Hey, everybody.
Country, you don't have a couch.
People go
crazy. Drop right there. I mean, that's
He doesn't really think that that's stupid.
There's nowhere positive to take this conversation from here.
Hey, fellows, let me go ahead and shut this thing down. It seems that the last couple of times I've been interrupted by guests, and they know I do my Thursday nights is one of my only times I get to have fun.
They probably said, "What are you talking about? That funny craft beer again, man? Why don't you come over and get a bud? With that beer, get a bud."
Exactly, a Bud Light or something. Yeah, that's craft beer. Like, oh god, whatever. Anyway, I have all night to talk about that bullshit. But anyway, let me run. I got to get up early at 7 a.m. But anyhow, I was like,
take it easy, John.
Always good to have you,
John. So.
I got you. Be there at 5:30.
Yeah. If any of you want to do anything this weekend, just let me know. Again, my beer channel, Jean-Pierre, Jeanh, Pierre, Pierre. And the last review I've done was the Southern Prohibition Brewery, Jack the Sipper. And Jack the Sipper beer. And I got the Devil's Breakfast IPA, which I'll do a review. Who knows? I may upload it tonight, possibly. Who knows? I'm just in that kind of mood. So,
Well, look at you getting some more craft down there now.
Yeah, it's trickling in. We all know good old Dixie, Alabama.
I did say, by the way, before you went off, I saw
Exactly.
you got Piggly Wigglies, right?
Yeah, we don't want no lottery. We want nothing, but we got to have the church and Alabama football. Praise the Lord. Woo! Woo! You
I
know.
just saw this. You'll get a kick out of Piggly Wiggly is actually going to be creating craft beers.
Oh, please, whatever.
There's an article they're going like the way of Trader Joe's. It'll probably be branded under their name, but they're going to have craft beers at Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, probably under 4%. You know, remember we gotta. You can't the drinking and all that. We don't need that type of ruffians coming our time. We need more church. Woo! Praise. You know, we need that drinking. Woo! We need the lottery. Woo! Praise. Amen. Woo!
You ever just piss off a bunch of Alabama people and just go War Eagle and just see how they'll react?
There you go, roll fucking tide, you know. So.
Roll Tide, roll Tide.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
anyway, everyone and Miss Tanya, it has been fun. We'll do this again next Thursday.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye, my friend. Have a good night.
Have a good
Okay.
night.
I'll be good. Later. All right.
Tanya, what was it you were going to ask me? Like, you asked me something like a minute or so ago.
I don't know. That was a long time ago. That was like 5 full fucking minutes ago. I don't know.
We've come too far.
Yeah, we have come
5
too
minutes
far.
ago. I don't remember.
That ship has sailed.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't even know.
You guys got White Castle in California?
No.
Okay.
Oh, is that the one with the little burger?
Wait, like hamburgers?
Yeah, the one with the little burgers.
No, you
Yeah,
can get them like
Crystals?
frozen. You
Yeah,
can
you
get
get
them
them frozen, but
that's
you don't have a
usually
restaurant
not the same
there.
thing. But no, we don't have White
Is it
Castle.
Crystals?
Crystal is like the northeast. It's like the northern version of Crystals. Because Crystals are the little burgers in the south.
Do they have them out west though? Do you have them in
You
California?
have Crystals out west?
No, we don't. I don't even know that was a thing. I've heard of White Castle, Newcastle, White Castle, but not
White Castle. Newcastle Brown Ale.
right, but
Right.
not Crystal.
Well, White Castle, that was in a movie, wasn't it? Wasn't that in a movie?
Harold and
What was that
Kumar,
movie?
man. Harold and Kumar.
Yes,
That's what made me
Yeah.
think about it. Like when they left their
Harold
room,
and
they're
Kumar
like,
go to White Castle.
when I said we went too far, it's like it reminds me of the movie when they were in there. But you don't need them in California because you've got In-N-Out Burger, you've got Fat Burger,
Yeah.
you've got I don't know if you guys got Richie's in Northern California. They got it in Southern California.
Never heard of.
Speaking of
Here's the thing,
speaking
though.
of In-N-Out, I just saw a new poll where Five Guys Burger and Fries took over as the #1 burger chain in the country.
We have 5 guys.
No, we have
best
Five
burger.
Guys here. In-N-Out is much better than Five
Oh,
Guys.
In-N-Out's way better than Fat Five Guys. Yeah.
Way
I've
better
never
than
had
Five
it.
Guys. Oh yeah, In-N-Out's much better than Five Guys.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Dude, I saw it just fell to #2.
Yeah,
I don't-
Five Guys aren't even close to an In-N-Out burger.
Yeah. And we got a place here
Never
called
had
Matt
an In-N-Out
White's
burger.
that's better than them. I'm sorry, Tanya.
That's okay. I feel like it's more important that you guys weigh in on this, and then I say my opinion, which is just like fuck all y'all.
You
I
have an opinion?
Fuck me!
I really don't even eat fast food. And so
You don't eat fast food?
I feel like I don't eat fast food.
Oh.
I have not eaten fast food since.
Wait a minute. Where'd you try to order a burrito the other night?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. I have not eaten fast
But do you
food
eat food fast?
since 1999.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I used to work at the mall, and the mall has like Burger King and McDonald's and like Saboros and all this shit. Like like anyway.
Whoa. Sabaro's fast food?
Yeah, that's fast food. Yeah, so that's fucking gross ass, fucking fucked up
Yeah,
food.
it is.
So
It's not the pizza. That's pizza. Yeah.
right, my thought was like
There's some millennials that might say something different.
I don't even know what Saboros is. I'm sorry, that shit has got to go. Is it out of business? I feel like it's out of business.
A lot of malls
Yeah,
is out of
I think
business,
it
I
is.
think.
Yeah. Like, here we are dating ourselves. Anyway, so
Except
when
for
I worked in
Todd's
the mall
millennial.
in 1999, I used to eat all the
Shut
fast
up.
food that was in the mall. Not a good plan. Don't eat
Actually,
that shit.
James is a millennial.
Yeah, super bad for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I gave it up.
Yeah.
Moving on.
My friends were like, "Oh, you don't eat In-N-Out. Oh, you don't eat what's the burrito place I really like?
Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Oh, hell.
It's like,
about
oh,
to
you
break
don't like
loose here
Chipotle.
now.
Like, oh, you don't like this. Oh, you don't like that. And I was like, I feel like on a case-by-case basis, I can evaluate these places. Hi. By the way, hi. So I feel like on a case-by-case basis, I can evaluate these places and determine if they're an edible food source or not.
Okay.
So.
What, humans?
They're really a shitty meat source. I'm just saying, like.
A lot of protein in a human.
Yeah, I know, but
zombies love them. Zombies just crave them.
For overall flavor, I'd rather go with lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb is the bomb.
I had lamb in a buffet last week, and it was really good.
Right?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mary had a little lamb, and I ate it. So go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I decided I would try In-N-Out burger because it was fresh made, fresh ground, like fresh French fries. Like you can watch them fucking fry those bitches in the back, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I tried it and I was like, yeah, fine. Like it's a burger. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's a burger and I'm not super excited about it. It's fresh. Fine. Whatever. I tried Five Guys. I felt the same way. It's just a burger. I don't know if you guys have Nations. We have Nations out here.
No, we don't have
It's kind of like that. Then I tried Chipotle because they give away free margaritas on
Whoa, your Chipotle gives away free margaritas?
Yeah, it gave free margaritas away, I think if you were dressed up, but for Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween, yeah, if you dress up, yeah.
Yeah, right, and that's my birthday, so, like, that's the way to win me over. Like, give me free margaritas on my birthday.
Have you ever went to Vegas on your birthday?
No.
You would love Halloween in Vegas. It's a blast.
I don't know that I would. You know what I like? I like Halloween in Castro on my birthday, but that shit has been done over. Like, you can't even go. Anyway, so I tried Chipotle because I did some research and I was like, this is all fresh food. It's not like weird fucking food. They don't fucking microwave it, whatever. So then I was like, fine, I like it. Like I'll eat at those three places. I don't necessarily like the burger places. I'm not super into burgers, so that's like that's me, not them. But Chipotle is legit. It's good food. It's not Mexican. It's like Californian or whatever, but it's fine.
I mean, they use
So
natural.
have you had the difference of Chipotle and a Qdoba?
Oof, I like Chipotle better than Qdoba. But we have a place.
That's what most people say. I don't have a Chipotle around here, so I've never had it.
We have a place called Burrito that I like better than them all.
Yeah, the thing is I want to know, like, what the fuck I'm eating and, like, consistency for a restaurant. Like, if I'm going to go to these different places, like, is it going to be good or not? Like, and I have to tell you, and this is so terribly Californian of me, and I don't even apologize about it, but I always go there and I get this sofritas, which is, like, the tofu version.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's spicy. Like, it can. I feel like it counts as a vegetable.
Yeah,
It should count as a vegetable.
that's so
It counts
Berkeley.
as a
That's so
vegetable.
Berkeley of you.
It really is, but I am super fucking close to Berkeley. Like, you know, like I'm in the Bay Area, so it's okay. Like, I can justify that. You know what? It's a damn good vegetarian burrito, and I'm not even going to be mad. Plus, they have beer.
Vegetarian burrito, you lost me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a vegetarian burrito. So fritas is tofu.
I thought the tofu was a garnish. He didn't know it was going to be the main.
No. It's the main
No,
attraction.
I've had sofrito that doesn't have tofu in it. No,
Yeah, I don't know what they're serving you where you are.
I've had actual sofrito. That's not it.
And then we have Paul, who just joined, who actually prefers his steak just past raw.
What do you eat, Paul? Are you into fast food?
Oh, wow.
Just gonna eat.
To wipe its ass, right, Paul?
The only time they're fast is when I don't break their ankles first.
Break their ankles?
Wipe his ass.
Yeah.
I was
But
gonna
no,
say,
I
Paul was
don't
on
do,
for a long time and never said anything. That's the most quiet I've ever seen you.
Paul was
Yeah, I
saying,
gotta say, I
I'm feeling
didn't
reserved.
recognize Paul.
I'm feeling reserved tonight. I'm
you
just
put the
I'm
lotion
sitting
in
on
the
a.
basket. Put the
Yeah.
lotion in the basket, lady.
I'm feeling. I'm telling you, I'm feeling.
Paul, you're looking a little. Paul, you're almost human tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling very
Almost.
reserved. I'm completely tucked. If that means that I'm completely tucked, I'm feeling very reserved. I'm liking it.
Tucked?
The lotion is in the basket.
Paul's playing triangle.
Wait,
Yeah, I got.
Hold on, back up.
You want so much stuff,
Can we
Paul?
talk about, hold on. Can we talk about this topic? Tucked?
Oh yeah, I heard the Silence of the Lamb reference, and so I'm ready to dance in front of a mirror whenever you guys tell me to. So we're good. It's just
Okay. I feel like that's.
The whole clean shaven thing's throwing me off, man.
It's not baby smooth. I have 5 o'clock shadow.
A little stubble.
There you go.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, but there you go. No,
And
it's
for
fine.
those of y'all still
man.
watching, this show's about to take a turn, by the way. So
They took a
I
turn
didn't-
a long
I-
time ago.
I'm just saying, I'm drinking 2 Ols Licorice Confidence, which is an imperial stout with licorice and chili peppers, and it is 14% alcohol by volume, and it is very chili peppery.
but get your drink on, bro.
So, I'm sorry. What beer is that again?
2 Ol from Denmark, and that's a licorice confidence.
Okay.
Yeah,
You had
imperial
that-
stout brewed with licorice and chili peppers.
Have you had that one, James, over there?
No, actually, I've not looked for it. We don't get too many Toro things in Sweden yet. I've not looked for it in Copenhagen when I go across there either. Actually. But one of the best beers, there's a nice, there's one from Mikkeller, and it's in the same bottle. I think it's produced in the same place. If you guys ever see it, Mikkeller Black Hole. That's one of the best.
Black, yeah, Mikkeller Black. I had a 2009 Mikkeller Black, and it was 8 years old or something like that.
Hole, not
Black
Black.
Hole. No, Black. I haven't had. Black is like 19% and it's sick.
Oh, wow.
But Black Hole, I haven't had that. No.
Oh no, Black Hole's like one of. If you take like Amar, Herr Fredriksson, what is it? What's the one? Yeah, Mikkeller Black Hole, and then what's the other Danish one? There's a couple. There's like 3 really good Danish imperial stouts, and those are like the pinnacle sort of thing. It's kind of it's sort of the Danish equivalent of Sierra Nevada Torpedo or something like that. It's kind of that.
I've had their Mosaic Black IPA. That's pretty good.
I always wanted to drink Mikkeller's Dark Black Horizon or whatever, where it's the 3 different breweries put together in the same thing.
Tokyo Dark Horizon, yeah.
Tokyo Dark Horizon, yeah.
Yeah. I think you can. I don't know if you can still get that because I think Brewdog did their sort of usual shit with when Nunn were bought over by the bigger Norwegian brewery.
No, yeah, to get it, I'm gonna have to fluff somebody for one of their cellar beers.
Yeah, you're playing fluffer for that.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm okay with that. It's worth it.
If you're really into it, I can
You do what you got to do, right? You do what you gotta do.
You do what you gotta do,
I'm
man.
curious.
You don't know
I'm
what a
curious.
fluffer is?
What is it, Tonya?
I'm just curious what everybody thinks about Mikkeller.
I like Mikkeller.
They're pretty good. The only problem is everything hoppy by them, you probably won't get fresh in the States, so don't spend the money.
Yeah.
I didn't thought about that.
But if you catch them on a good deal, you can malt it. You can have a malty type beer that's still pretty good.
Yes, even in Denmark, though, that can be a bit of an issue getting things fully fresh because a lot of their beer they brew in Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the De Prof Brewery. They are magical brewing wizards in De Prof. And everything goes in, everything comes out is amazing.
They're opening up in I can't remember the name of it actually, but in the very northeastern part of Copenhagen, they've just bought a big warehouse and they're going to start doing sour beers and things. They're actually having a dedicated sour beer space.
Yeah, you kind of have to when you do sours.
Yeah, I mean, I need to go and check it out at some point. But I mean, they do. I don't know if Mikkeller brew any of their beers in Copenhagen. They do have. I think like they've done collaborations with Amar Brewhus and stuff like this, of course. But,
Yeah, the Amar Brewhus, they make the Herr Fredriksson and Frau Fredriksson and stuff like that.
I mean, in fact, they are like. I mean, War Pigs. They do. I'm forgetting that War Pigs is basically half Three Floyds, half Mikkeller. So they do brew those. I don't know if they brew some of the more special small batch Mikkeller things there and then just bottle them. As Mikkeller, but
That is what I wanted to try with War Pigs, though.
Oh yeah, no, Rod. If you come over to Copenhagen, I'll go to you and I have to go for a wee beer at work.
Let me grab my
Oh,
jacket.
Lord, Sam.
The other one is Toil now have in Copenhagen. Toil have got their own place that's called Bruce, and they're brewing a lot of beers there. But I don't think they're released under the Toil name. I think it is separate as Bruce. But sorry, I'm getting excited. Copenhagen. Is
Good thing
You're in bed. Hey.
And you're laying in bed. Yeah, exactly.
when you go to Copenhagen, like
See the Kleenexes come out, then we're all gonna sign off.
The Kleenex.
Just make a mess. Let your girlfriend
Oh.
clean it up later. It's okay.
But let's just say when you go to Copenhagen, you have to take sufficient rubberage with you when you go drink.
Rubberage.
Rubberage.
We've got rubberage, people.
Meaning you need to bring a car.
You gotta just run over people with your tires. Your rubber. Scottish invented rubber tires.
That's what I do.
Had to be latex. But James, you said like, were you the one that told me like the evil twin and McKellar are brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like getting a lot of evil twin beers. Like can't get all the McKellar for us, but evil twin.
Yeah, and actually the evil
Twin just contract brews everything.
Yeah.
Well, so does McKellar.
From one brewery to another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know I got a
He's
bottle
a
of double
brewing
fudge in the fridge that
whore.
I'm waiting to try at some point here.
yeah. I think
mean,
Good.
evil
That's good.
Yeah.
Evil Twin's been knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, that's a big thing in Scandinavia just because of the costs of buying equipment and stuff. But I mean, I in a way I can understand it because like property and rent and stuff is very expensive here. But at the same time, the strength of the currency and the fact that people earn more, like you could basically buy, and because we've got free trade in Europe, like I don't get why you don't just buy all their equipment from Germany and import it in, because it'd be like a fraction of the price because Germany's really underinflated. But that's a big culture in Scandinavia is contract brewing. And for some reason in Poland as well, Poland is ridiculously good for craft beer. Probably, the stuff they're brewing is as good as what you'll find in the States. And it's as good as, Denmark, I would say. Denmark is ridiculous. Like their standard of beer is really good. And some of the Danish stuff I've had, I've been more impressed with than some of the American ones. And that's how good they are. But in Poland, for some reason, they've got this sort of gypsy contract brewing culture sort of thing. And I'm not sure why. It must be difficulty with starting up your own business. Either that or they've just got all this spare capacity. Like there's a brewery somewhere near Warsaw that brews on contract for about 10 or 15 different breweries, and that's all that thing does. It's kind of like the Prof Brewery, basically. And they've got the Poles are like really, really good for that.
I don't know what that was.
That was me making noise.
Oh, I thought it was the lady in Paul's basement. I was like, what the hell was that?
Oh my god.
Quiet down.
That was me.
What are you watching?
Ordered their biscuit.
Get back to the hole.
Hey guys, no, I hate to do it, but I need to get off of here. So hey, y'all have a good evening.
All right, man. We'll catch up with you. Thanks again.
Hey, Tom.
Have a good night. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that squeal. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, that's why I
You're
had
like
to
a
get off
pig,
real
boy.
quick.
Yeah. Told me deliverance.
Oh, I gotta go back.
Sure do got a pretty mouth.
I did that. That's what I said at the end of my video I just did in the woods. You got a pretty mouth, boy. Here we go. Let's go.
I haven't watched Deliverance in years, but it's like if it's on and I watch it, it's just like you're stuck there watching it to the end.
Well, I was wanting to ask if one of you, probably I guess you Rod or you Paul, if you guys come over something that's good, wicked wheat, can you maybe buy that, like get a bottle of it for me, and then we'll do a trade or I'll send you guys monies or something. I want to try one of these wicked wheat. I want to be like a purist for once and get one of these wicked wheat beers before.
We haven't got wicked wheat where I'm at yet. We should.
Not me either. Yeah.
Oh well.
I'll probably get one and be like, yeah, it's all right. Not worth the price.
Yeah, was I had it before they got bought out, right?
Yeah, like so great. Bought out. It's not that great. It's just another beer. You guys are so pissed off about losing this.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like, oh, like that damn wart fell off my face. I'm so pissed. Like,
I was about to name it. I was a week away.
yeah, I finally had a friend.
Oh. Yeah, these chill waves are going down nicely. I'm going to have to go restock since I'm pretty much out, because this is my fourth one here.
Chill waves are good. I like them.
Oh yeah, like I said, for $4.99 a 4-pack, yeah, I like them a lot. A whole lot.
$4.99 a 4-pack.
Yeah, I got them for $4.99 today.
Sell for that price.
They're like 12. They're $12.99 a 4-pack in PA.
Yeah, now they were doing a closeout. I mean, it's 4 days past right now, but I've had these longer than this, and it still lasts pretty well. But I knew I was going to drink them all tonight, so I wasn't even worried about it.
And then I said, PA rules, man, they could be 6 months past. They're still they're $12.99. They don't go down.
Yeah,
they don't do that in PA.
You say, help a brother out. You know, shrink this down.
Come on, man. I want to drink them.
There's dust on the bottle, man.
These are 12 years old. I said that once to someone, and their reply, because they didn't know anything, they should have been produce or whatever, because they said a bottle of beer doesn't go bad. I'm like, I'll just slap you everywhere.
Yeah.
Slap from here all the way down. Blah, blah, blah,
a bottle of beer isn't a perishable, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Really? Do you know what's in a bottle of beer? You know what's in beer, period?
The story starts in 11:15 when Saint Benedictus. Like, here we go. Let's do it. And I'll talk to you all about hops. Let's start doing it. I hope you have time. Let's go.
But do you ever go to a restaurant? Like we go to restaurants and we go to stuff, we'll order beer. And it's kind of like, you know, with us, like we always are tasting different beers and doing different things. And you're sitting there and the waitress like, well, we got this beer, and this is a blah, blah, blah. And this is like, I already know. I do enough beer. You really don't have to go through the whole spiel. Just tell me the names on the list. Do you ever feel that on the inside? Like, I don't ever say it to them, but I'm like, just tell me what you have.
Just tell me what you have.
It's almost like when they offer, like, you order something that's like, oh, that's my favorite. But I didn't really ask what your recommendation was. I'm just telling you what I want to order to eat right now.
I had one. I did that once, and I was like, well, what do you have? And she's like, well, we have this, 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 and this, and this. And then I just lost my appetite.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did. I said, I just lost my appetite. Okay, we got to go now. I will not be in here anymore. And then my girl at the time said, just shut up and sit down. And I'm like, okay. We'll have this. And then I ordered my food, and she's like, do you want a drink? I said, what? Okay, go back to what I said earlier and think about it. No, I don't want a fucking drink.
I want some motherfucking water.
Give me if I don't drink soda or anything, so if I don't order a beer, it's always water. So
yeah.
Yep, just give me water.
I absolutely destroy myself in America with pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade.
You said pink lemonade?
Yeah, pink lemonade. Like, I just absolutely annihilate myself with that in America.
You just love pink lemonade, really?
Yeah, I love pink lemonade.
I love that. I love that. Thanks.
He's probably getting like Minute Maid out of the fountain or something too. Like, it's just Minute Maid.
If you want me to send you pink lemonade, like, let's talk offline, okay?
What was mixed in it? It was like,
I just always used to go to Denny's and be like, "Go for my pink lemonade," and that's sort of.
It's not even Bard's root beer.
Good for McKellar. That sounds fair.
yeah.
It is the difference in those things when you go to other places and you don't have something. It's like the little things that, you know, you end up liking, it seems.
Like White Castle.
Yeah.
So wait, Japan.
Go for it.
I was just going to say, like, one thing I really miss in America is Wendy's. Like, we just don't.
Yeah, you always are big on Wendy's. Like, you love Wendy's.
It is the best fast food chain. If you have to go by the big guys.
I don't know about the fast food. I mean, Wendy's isn't the best burger. We're talking about burgers for you got on, like In-N-Out Burger.
No, we're talking like, you know, like Burger King, McDonald's, or Wendy's. The triple threat. I think Wendy's is better than Burger King or McDonald's.
What about the fries? You go fries, Wendy's as well?
I like the fries of Wendy's better. Yeah, I like everything.
You know what? Nobody gives any love to Arby's. What about Arby's? Roast beef?
Arby's suck.
What about Jack?
We have the meats.
Jack in the Box, you know? You might get an occasional case of salmonella, but besides that.
Well, yeah.
Arby's does have the best fries, though.
Arby's has the curly fries.
I don't like curly fries.
They got a Jamocha shake. The Jamocha.
Although, what about Rally's? Rally's is probably better than any of those.
Jamocha shake.
baby. I don't want no Jamocha steak, baby. Stop it.
Rallies is better than any of those.
Rallies, you got Rallies too. Rallies isn't bad. I did like Rallies
Checkers,
milkshake.
depending on where you're at. Could be a
Well, that's true
Checkers.
too. Depending on location. Location does matter.
Location.
No, we're not going to that Rallies. No.
I don't know of what you speak.
What's the new place that people are going crazy about around here? It's the chicken place. It's
Joel's? Is it? You have Joel's?
No, we got that here now too, but it's another chicken place. It's another chicken chain that's out there that people are actually loving as well. Shit, I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, but Joella's Hot Chicken, people are finding that place now. I haven't been there yet. So.
Chicken.
Have you? Yeah. And we do have a ton of fast food places in America, which is kind of funny now because we have a lot of the places going over in Japan. Like James probably sees this when he goes over with his girlfriend, and it's like you kind of sit back and you look, man, those Japanese are getting fat, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what happens when you put all fast food places everywhere.
I appreciate
like we didn't see it with us, right? So we see it in Japan, and we're watching it actually happen, and now they have like diabetes and high cholesterol, and it's like they should get off the fast food.
If you don't have a big mustache, you can't get diabetes. You can't say it right. That's just how that works. Diabetes.
Scared of McDonald's a little bit now because all the chicken and stuff.
No, Roz, not Chick-fil-A. It's another one. Oh, Cane's. It's Cane's Chicken. That's the one people are going crazy about.
Cane's, yeah, Cane's. There you go.
But Chick-fil-A, Roz, that's not bad either. We get them catered in once in a while at work.
Cane's cooks are able.
To Foamy Head, I don't know. It was a Google issue. I don't know why you saw Tom all night. I was trying to figure it out myself. Freaking Google runs this thing, and yet their technology is like sucking on these hangouts. So I apologize. He's asking why you saw Tom all night. So
you were torturing me.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Oh, by the way, Rob.
And Ross says no markdowns in New York either, so he agrees with you, Paul, there. So they don't see anything happen on that end as well. It's stupid, though. If you got a beer there, wait, it's past its time. Why not mark it down to get off? You got to clear your inventory.
We don't get downs around here much either.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll upload the video. You can kind of see the markdowns and stuff we get. Like, we'll have cases for $12.99 on some stuff. And the funny thing is, we'll have some beers that are like 9-10% that are like nice ales you can age. So it's like, this is fucking steal. So, yeah.
If you're going to be dumb, yes.
When they go past due around here, they mark them up.
make them more popular.
Yeah.
There are some places
gonna mark it up.
Yeah, there's one. I've never been there, but I know that there is a case store in Pennsylvania somewhere where they know beer and they know how it changes. So like if they have like the vintage cases, they go up in price. They put them back in this cooler and they just make them more and more expensive. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But they don't do it. They only do it to beer that they know will age and get better and better and better because they know the beer, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Tanya still there?
Friends that are funny.
Oh, see, I was talking to the funny people again. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I was listening to somebody sing a song. I'm sorry. It was super important.
Apparently, she has funnier friends than us, Paul, by the way.
I also have more talented friends than you that I was just listening to. I had to hear. So, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Carrie?
Sing a song.
Too late.
All right. And then I'm going to go back to this. Anyway, I just listened to a great song. It was great. And you all should be jealous. It was great. Anyway, I also am going to get off
I'm not jealous of anything.
in a minute here and go sing homage to what's his name?
Chris Cornell.
You're drunk.
Yes, thank you. Because
did you say they ruled
that's super
death?
sad.
Did they ruled his death as suicide?
Well, I'd hate to say this out loud, but
you're going to say it out loud.
But I think I might have had a hand in that, even though I wasn't near anywhere, because I was in Detroit 2 days before this and said we were listening to all this music, and we were listening to all this shit that was on the classic rock channel, which was all Alice in Chains and stuff. I'm like, wait a second, why is this on the classic rock channel?
Are you talking about your black magic, Paul?
I'm just saying. We were talking about all the bands in the area and all the people that are dead, and I said, wow, I can't believe no one from Soundgarden's dead yet. And 2 days later, and I was in Detroit.
You fucker.
I was in Detroit when I said it too, and that's where he died too. And I was like, shit. I can't wait to say this about everybody.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I spent all day saying that about everybody I don't like.
Paul, what are the Powerball numbers going to be this weekend?
Yeah.
16, 28, 32, 45, and 1.
It's like, I need the spread for the Cavaliers Celtics game.
I was going to say, Paul, I thought you were in. It was going to be something simple, like in Detroit. Instead of your voodoo stuff, I thought maybe just when you broke wind, at least a bit of sarin gas or something.
Yeah, no, that's only when I jump in water. I kill all the fish.
Don't doubt Paul's witchcraft powers.
Don't doubt me.
Don't doubt Paul's witchcraft powers.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever important things were happening earlier that involved me that you didn't want to tell me about, I've missed out, and it's unfortunate you don't have my opinion, but I'm going to go because I have to go sing tribute to Chris Cornell. Thank you.
Well, have fun.
Have a good night.
You too.
See you, Tiny.
Right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I saw the thing where it said it was a suicide. They're ruling it now.
Mm-hmm. He found him with something around his neck.
Was it official?
Oh, really? Like auto fixation?
Yeah, and I've done that numerous times, but I didn't die, unfortunately.
Well,
but you know,
you would think you would learn to carotene, but hey, people still do the thing.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge?
I think it was more just I'm really drunk.
I would have put what around my neck? No, I'm going to judge. You're not putting shit around my neck.
I was like, sign me up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I'm that guy in a horror movie that finds the old book that says "Don't read," and I'll be like, "Let's open it. Let's see what happens."
You're that character, right?
I'm that guy. It'll be fine. We don't like half these people anyway.
It's bullshit. That'll never really happen.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in most horror movies, the black guy doesn't do as well. So it's kind of like I'd be the guy that would just be like, "Well, shit's fucked up," and then I'm dead. Right? I'll be the first one dead. But I'll tell you it's fucked up, but then I die.
Well, here's the funny thing is, like, Rod, buddy, I know you're talking.
I'll say, let's get in the car and leave, and everybody else want to go investigate, and I die for it.
I'm the loudmouth asshole, and I'm kind of a coward. Yeah, I'm a loudmouth asshole, kind of a coward, but I'm going to survive. Rod, not you.
Not me.
You're dead. I know you're talking sense and stuff, but you're going to die first. Yeah.
Like, I saw this shit that was...
Whichever way you run, I'm running the opposite way.
I mean, James at some point in time will find a bed, and the killer will be under it. You know, and that will happen. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those guys that, because I'm freaking out because I can't handle a situation, I'll push Todd in front of the guy. He'll die, and I'll be like, "Ah!"
James won't find a kill. James won't find a kill under the bed. He'll just lay on the bed.
Then you all come back to life. You all come back to life, and then get me, and then I'll have to get a chainsaw, and you know what I mean? But I'll still be an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll probably cut my hand off by accident.
When the police come, Paul will be alive, and he'll be like, "That was some crazy shit."
That was some crazy ass shit. Let me tell you. I just want to say this is not my fault. I had nothing to do with this. It was all them.
Yeah.
We'll never believe what just happened.
And they'll say, "Do you have like any nachos?" Kind of hungry.
Kind of hungry, man. This has been a lot of hacking. I'll tell you what, that built up a hunger.
An appetite.
Mm-hmm. I'll actually grab my own hand that's holding a beer and drink out of it. There you go. Like, yeah, that's mine.
Your line will be, "Let me help you with that."
Let me help you with that. I'm all thumbs. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Hey, how's your kittens doing?
They're all alive, and it's my youngest daughter's 7th birthday today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 7. It's a hell of a thing.
Now, was that Morgan or Rowan? It's a 7.
Rowan is 7 today. Yeah.
Good for her.
Morgan's gonna be 9.
Did you buy her a new axe for her birthday?
No, I didn't get a chance to. I bought her some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. She really likes watching Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
My
I
daughter
don't
went
know.
through that phase there for a while.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, she was just going,
Little keychains and all
Yeah.
kinds of shit.
she got a shirt and dolls and yeah, and she likes to write like draw them and like I feel like a monster, you know, like and put blood all over the place. And I was like, yeah, don't do that in school. Like I was like, do that here, don't do it in school. Thank you very much.
Say, Daddy lets me do it at home. What?
Yeah, it'd be like Monster Squad. I get it, monsters were cool, you know. But you know what I think? Math is cool. I remember Monster Squad. I don't want to be your principal. I want to be your principal. Yeah. Monster Squad. I'm gonna go get another beer. Fuck it.
There you go.
I completely ruined my diet today because I bought this 14-inch hoagie and this meat cheesesteak hoagie, and the one guy was like, "Do you only get a half?" I said, "No, I got a full." You got a full? Yeah. He goes, "You'll be done. You'll be done. You can't do it. You can't eat that." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, all right." He's like, "My boy ate that with something, and he was done for 2 days and almost killed him." And I'm like, okay. So I ate the whole fucking thing, and he's like, "Wow." And I'm like, I was like, maybe I'll have to do another one at next break. He goes, "Impossible. It's beyond the means of human comprehension. You cannot do this. Paul, you're going into a threshold you'll never come back from." And I was like, all right, let's do it. And the last thing he said was, "I am completely and utterly impressed." But I was one sick kitten after I did that.
Did he give you a T-shirt at least?
No T-shirts, but I ate
A free one or something.
Yeah, I ate 28 inches of fucking cheesesteak hoagie and 2 bags of chips. So I was pretty damn fucking full.
Well, you're an inch eater, so.
I go by inches. The longer, the more it goes down my throat. I don't know the
The better.
The thicker, the rounder. Oh yeah.
I can't talk. I do miss the Northeast.
I mean,
sandwiches. That's one of the things I miss from growing up in Jersey. Some of the hoagies.
Yeah. I like the cheesesteaks from there, but the best cheesesteak I still have ever had came from Berwick, where I grew up, or Berwick, it's called.
Yeah.
But we don't call it that. We call it Berwick because we're American.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when I moved out here and I go to a place and they get a Philly cheesesteak and it's like, I ordered a Philly cheesesteak, and at first when I moved out here, they call it like a Philly hoagie, but it's like a flat hamburger. It's not even like a cheese. I'm like, what is this?
What?
And they're like, well, that's our cheese. Like, no.
No.
That is not a. I'm from the Philly area. That is not a cheesesteak. You guys are just misrepresenting. I should have sued him like that guy that sued freaking Walmart for the false craft beers. What I should have done.
Oh yeah. Did he sue him for the trouble brewing stuff? Did he get sued?
Yeah, they sued one of the guys here in Cincinnati. Launched a lawsuit against them for the cat's eye and all that stuff not being true.
Yeah, I have it right. I have them. My friend gave them. He goes, review these and just tear them to shreds.
Yeah, but right now they haven't had the court date yet. But yeah, he did file. It's right here in Cincinnati, so I might actually go take a day off and go to court when he goes there, just see what happens.
That'd be fun. I'm here live.
I'm the guy in the background. Yeah, that's right.
Hear that?
But and then finally, at some other places, and now people go to Penn Station here now. People are like, "Oh, this is like no, that's not really a Philly either. It's better than what they usually have, but it's not a Philly cheesesteak."
Philadelphia cheesesteak is made with Cheese Whiz, right?
Cheese Whiz on it. It's a nice Italian bun. Yeah, onions, cheesesteak.
I've never tried it.
I like a big, like freshly grilled, lightly
or maybe French bun.
sirloin.
I'm talking about like a French bun. Yeah.
And then you do the fucking chop up the steak, the whole deal, looking around a little bit, and get cheese in there, throw it in there with a big hoagie bun, and yell, "Cheesesteak!" Eat the damn thing and shut up.
You gotta talk dirty to it while you're making it. Talk dirty.
Like, "Oh, you little fucking dirty son of a bitch! I'm gonna fucking get you." You know, I like, and then you beat the fuck out of it for a little bit. Nothing wrong with beating your meat. You know what I mean?
It's part of it's a show where you're flipping the cheesesteak around. And diners, I miss diners not being in Jersey. Diners are like it. Just
diners and
part of everybody's life.
Are great. Yeah, yes, they are. And I'll tell you what, if you're worried about going to Rockin' Robins or this or that or whatever the hell you go for a hamburger that thinks everybody has the best hamburger, go to a no-name diner in the country someplace, because their hamburger is just a burger, but it's still better than everybody else's burger.
Yeah.
But they don't say it's amazing. They go, here's my burger. And they go, God damn it. It's a half a pound. It's a half a pound of, oh my fuck.
It's like whenever I watch Natural Born Killers in a scene where Woody's in a diner, he orders like a key lime pie. It makes me think of New Jersey and going to a diner.
Oh yeah, I've had the key lime. I've had key lime pie in a Jersey diner. This has happened.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep. I was we were coming from Portland and to go to Seattle that way, and it was in the middle of the night, and we stopped up this port. It was Kalima. I'm sure you don't say it like that, but I'm an Indiana Jones fan. I'm saying Kalima. Kalima. Kalima.
Dr. Jones.
They will find it, Dr. Jones. They won't.
What's he saying to the police with the ladies? Like, no time for sweet stuff, or something he does when he kisses Kathleen or whatever in that movie. No time for sex or something he says to him. It's pretty funny, but yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Short round.
Yeah, short round. Yeah, you crazy.
And he was good. He was good in Goonies too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we went to the port of Kalimaha, and we went to this gas station, right? And we walked in, and there's a diner in the back, like a slap and go grill, roadkill grill in the back.
Right.
And on a printed shitty piece of fucking Zant paper is taped to the wall, Rebel Grill. And I'm like, this is where we need to eat. Look at this shit. This is disgusting. Yes. And I ordered a hamburger, and they gave me like a 3/4 pound hamburger with all the trimmings, everything I didn't even want on it because it's green and nasty. But everything, like huge, and it was delicious with fries and everything for like $5. I was like, see, now this is what people miss because they get grossed out because it's dirty. Dirty the better. You know, like, if you have to shovel dirt off your grill to start cooking, I want it. Let's just do it.
It's extra spices on the house.
Yeah, extra. Babies. I love it.
Well, that's like if you go to Pittsburgh, you go to Pamani's. I mean, the sandwiches they make there are so freaking huge and great.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like one of the spots to hit if you're ever in Pittsburgh.
Yep. Yeah, I remember at that Romeo's, they make hoagies this thick.
Yeah.
And just the dressing's just oozing out of it.
I like that.
You know, food is good when you lose. Like, if you're a very refined person, you lose all refinement when you're eating. You're like, fuck it all.
When it's dripping down your wrist, you're kind of like, this is a good sandwich right here.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you just all abandonment gets lost, and you abandon all senses, and you enjoy the food, and that's it. That's when you know you're having good. If you don't lose yourself in the food you're eating, you're not eating good food.
And James, these are not
off
things
your
you
elbows, you know it's good.
Yeah,
I was gonna tell James, these are not things you get at Wendy's.
No, these are not things that you get at Wendy's. You know, I used to go to Wendy's, and I used to get 2 triple Baconators and 2
No
sandwiches.
way, you can't do 2 triple.
Paul, I am
all right.
completely
We know you've done a challenge
and
already.
utterly impressed.
I'm really good at that Baconator. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was. I used to eat 2 triple Baconators and 2 spicy chicken sandwiches and fries and a drink
In one sitting.
in one sitting.
Oh,
And Joe,
Hey.
and
And you didn't have a heart attack?
Yeah.
I actually have completely perfect cholesterol and blood pressure.
Were you bigger when you were doing it?
Nope.
I don't believe it. I had to see that on video. That's like something we need to get on the YouTube video.
Well, you don't need the YouTube.
2
because
triple Baconators and 2 spicy chickens.
Average Joe yelled at me the whole time I was eating it. So
Really?
he was in the same car as me.
Oh,
Yep, so there
man,
you go.
he was on earlier. I have to
Because
ask him.
he's a bigger guy. He's a little bit bigger, and he's trying to diet. And I mean, he's like, "You're a fucking son of a bitch! What the hell are you doing? You know, like, you're eating this shit, Jesus Christ!" I'm like, "What? I'm just hungry." You know?
I mean, I've seen people that have the munchies after something else they may have done, and I don't think they could have done that much food.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, Sasquatch's internals, we're a little bit different than you other humans, so it's a little different. We're like a cow. We got 4 stomachs. We're ruminants,
It's in the
basically.
digestive system. There you go.
Yeah, when I wake up, I'm chewing cud. And
Dr. Who with 2 hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I lost a heart, but I'm still good.
I'm still good. It's like spleens. You got 7 of them. You're fine.
God, I was going to ask. I forgot to ask you. How did your friend get on in Japan?
He got shot.
He had a great time. He wasn't able to catch up on some of the beers that you told him about, but he had a blast over there. He was trying to find them, but where they were, he wasn't able to get a chance to trek out any of them. But the ones he did have, he really liked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his son is based in Japan, so they go over there, I think, every few years or so.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was just curious if you managed to try any of the things.
Oh, we got Tom back. Tom was like, I got to get back in on the action right now.
Are you guys still going to be going in like 20 minutes? I might jump out, film a review, and then come back.
I don't know. I saw Todd poured another beer, and I know Paul's getting another beer, and I'm actually working from home tomorrow, so I can keep going for a little bit.
Okay, I might jump out for 20 minutes, film a review, and come back.
I'm back. Did you miss me?
Yeah, we did, dog. This might be one of those little longer episodes.
I'm just like a rash.
I keep seeing people are watching. I'm like, I don't know. I guess we'll keep going. People seem to be okay. It's like a running video podcast or whatever.
There's still people watching?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, right? Like, why aren't you doing something on a Thursday night? But yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate the love. We appreciate it.
They tune in to go to sleep. That's what it is.
But I think they're waiting for, I don't know, maybe they're waiting to see if another outbreak breaks out. But we only have one person here that had the outbreak last week. So.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm going to jump out and come back in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's Paul's friend. Okay. No, I'm just going to take it down there. I have some
Humans.
Humans, right?
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
Yeah,
what are you drinking?
Paul's drinking. I'm going to actually go out and come back in because for some reason I got like just Paul's logo stuck on my screen. And I don't know if that's actually showing up out there or not, but I'll be right back.
Are we still now? If he leaves, are we still live since he's the host?
Yes, we're still live. No, we're live. We're in charge.
Well, so this is Rod's show, but now it's just the 3 of us, so we can take it way off the rails, right?
Yeah, we can go. What do you want to talk?
All right.
Doing his own show back.
Now I can see everybody. Before I
we were going to take this in a direction, then he came back.
I had Tom out there for a while. Somebody was asking why they saw Tom the whole time. And I had Paul. I don't know what was going on. It was just Google screwed up.
Boy, Paul and I were thinking about really doing something funky with his show.
Well, you know what? Peter left Paul and I alone on his channel the other night, so we kind of went into some different things.
Yeah, we went.
You know what?
We probably gave him the best thumbnail he's ever had. That kind of led to him.
We can Mary, so we can have Peter, Paul, and Mary on here.
Yeah.
Peter, Paul, and Mary, baby.
That'd be awesome. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Beer chocolate, Peter, Paul, and Mary.
There you go.
That'd be freaking awesome. So we need to get 2 other guys named Dick and Harry. Then we can have beer talk with Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Long as
Or Tom, Harry, Dick. Usually half the time
I'm
when you're on the
always
call,
looking for an angle, man.
Yeah.
stand up.
Well, if you're Tom, Dick, and Harry, you probably are looking for an angle.
You're looking for a hole and an angle because it's the dangle. It's the angle of the dangle that makes the difference.
Oh man.
I got it kind of goes like this.
Mine's more like a corkscrew. I don't know what it is. I think I've been pulling on it too much.
Yeah, like a pig dick.
Yeah, it's more like a duck dick. Tiny.
Like a pig dick goes like this.
like a curly tail.
If you didn't know by now you know it's not safe for work with this show tonight. But now play this loud in your office.
Well, at least it's not like the blue whale. That penis is 14 feet long.
14 feet? Wow.
14 feet. Well,
that'll ruin someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't walk right for a week.
That's bad Santa all over again.
Yeah.
But I had that problem.
I can't shit right for a week. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
That's a funny movie. Bad Santa is a funny movie. I didn't see Bad Santa 2 and I wanted to, but Bad Santa the first one was hilarious.
Are you guys? Is it like 1,000,000 degrees where you live too? Because it was 90-something degrees.
Yeah, it was pretty warm today, but it wasn't as warm as what I've been seeing. Like out where Tom's at, they've had some warm weather, and I guess like some of the storms and stuff coming through.
We've got a lot of storms. I mean, we had some nice weather for a couple of days, but now it's humid as hell. We had storms like a mother humper. It gets hot and clear, and because the storm is so humid, and then tonight's going to storm again, and it's going to get hot and humid. Tomorrow night's going to storm again.
Yeah, it was rain, sunny, rain, and 100 degrees. I'm like, what?
I mean, this isn't good weather for an old fat man's pecker because I'm fat, my balls sag, and it gets sweaty. And
oh yeah, well, I'm walking around the foundry all day now, sitting next to hot metal molds.
They stick to my thighs, so I just kind of walk around shaking them out so my balls don't stick to my thighs.
Yeah, that's why I'm going commando. I mean, my balls have been slapping against my knees for like a week now. Of course, my penis is up into my fucking scrotum again like a female. I don't know what's going on with that.
Like nobody's business.
Yeah, but like it's a hell of a thing. You know, when you work at a foundry and you're like you have to sit on these hot molten like these big sand molds and stuff like that, and you have to sit on. It's nice when it's winter and it's -10 outside because it's like, oh, it's cozy, I'm working and this and that. It's like 150 degrees where I work. It's bull crap.
Yeah,
I do not like it at all.
Well, I put on there, where do we venture tonight? And I put the Star Trek people out there. I think we're in the wormhole now. So
are we in the wormhole? Oh,
we talked about a lot of holes tonight. I'm not sure wormhole is one of them.
We're about to hit a new galaxy.
Now we're headed to Uranus.
Hit a lot of holes tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's nothing like the sight of a scorned scrotum. Hope you enjoy it.
So what did you pour the second time, Paul? What did you get this time?
Arcadia Ales Serial Killer, which is okay.
See, I like Serial Killer.
Yeah, see, my standards a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like a little up there.
You were a little rough on the Arcadia Ales for your trip.
Yeah. Well,
Paul, are you in a different place
it's
or
one of those
just in a
beers
different
that is
room?
it's not doing anything. Huh?
Are you in a different place or just in a different room in your house? Because I've
different room in my house. I'm in my cozy chair.
Hey,
he's in the dungeon.
Would you give Serial Killer a B+?
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I guess that's a solid. 8 out of 10 is a solid B.
That's a solid B.
Yeah, it's above. It's a little bit above of a solid beer. But I think if you aged Serial Killer for quite a while, it would develop a lot better tones and stuff. Yeah. It's smooth for what it is. So that's a very good positive.
They give people shit about their ratings, but like with Paul, I actually can listen to his ratings because Paul actually knows what the fuck he's talking about compared to some other people out there.
Easy now.
So Paul, if you've heard my rants, do you have a set criteria how you rate beer, or do you just pull numbers out of your ass?
I rate it by a personal enjoyment level.
Gotcha. But are you consistent time after time?
Yes, consistent because I know what I like and I know what I don't like.
So like an 8 out of 10, you would drink it again, basically.
I would drink it again and I would buy it if the price was right.
Okay.
Because it's above solid. It's above a solidly made beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 7.5 is solid because you're starting to. I mean, honestly, you're starting to.
7.5's the.
Yeah, you're starting to insult ales just a little bit when you go a little bit below 7.5 because they're like, okay, it's not.
Well,
good.
70 is a C minus.
I have a couple Hallmark beers that kind of set the scale for me.
Sure.
Like anything macro, like I mean not macro, that's the wrong term. But any like Budweiser is a 1. I cannot even barely drink it. I can't even finish a whole bottle.
Yeah. So any adjunct lager.
Now like Yinling, it's not good, but it's also not bad. You know, it's a 5. It's a 5 out of 10.
I'd agree with that.
It's not good.
So,
and it's
yeah,
not
but 5 out of 10, if you're looking at it, would still be an F.
Yeah, the thing is though,
but
if you tell, see, it's like this. It's on. Are you fuckable? 1 out of 10. I'm sorry, but a 1 is still fuckable. It's not very fuckable, and you barely want to fuck it if you can't get any of the others, but it's still fuckable. You know what I mean? Like, so if you get a 5, yeah, I'd fuck it, but there's a lot more people I'd fuck before it, but a lot less people I'd fuck after it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's still fuckable.
Go ahead. I'm just laughing. You're fine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's how you look at it. Because if your scale stops at 7, what's the point of rating it anything below 7? It just goes to a 1 then. You know what I mean? Like, use those other.
I was looking at the scale from 0 to 10 as if we were talking about a test in school. You know, 100%.
I don't use test
is an
grades.
A, 90s, 90s an A minus, 80s a B, 70s a C, 60s a D, 50s an F. So if I'm looking at that wrong, how else would I look at that scale?
I think Paul is looking at it kind of like a standard deviation scale. So 5 is your average. So most of your beers are kind of in this bell curve, and then you have your outliers that are outside of that.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Because I will fuck a 1 if I have to.
100 is an A plus. 90 is an A minus. 80 is a B minus. I don't know how else to look at that.
I don't break it down too bad, but technically I would fuck a 0.5 if I really had to, but I don't want to go past that. You know what I mean? Like, I have to stop something.
But you would look at, like, Paul, I think in his thing, like, most of your beers are probably like in your 3 to 7 range inside that bell curve. And you have some that are outside of that kind of set themselves apart, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm looking at like a standard deviation.
Okay, that makes sense. I've always had a hard time wrapping myself around ratings because that's how I look. I look at it as a test.
Yeah. That's the only problem is though.
If you use the method of it.
When I was a single guy, there was I would drop anything that said yes. I don't care what they would fall out on the scale.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
If they said okay, I would take it.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like
everything that says
yes. That's one thing I do like about yours is it's a buy again or not a buy again.
For me, because
everybody's scale is different.
Will I buy it again or will it not?
But the key is having that method where you actually decide that people that actually watch your stuff can actually know what you're actually looking at it.
The funniest thing about scores is because I use all the numbers. I don't just use a third of the numbers and say, well, anything past that you can't drink ever again. That's not true. But the thing is, like, some people like talk to me and go, oh, you gave that one a 5 out of 10. Well, that's like a 68 out of 100. I'm like, actually, it's a 50 out of 100. I don't know where you lost the fucking count there, buddy.
And you're looking at it like as if of all the population, it's right there in the middle of what you would have for the population.
If it's 50 out of 100, that's still an F. If you were
and Paul's scale makes sense to me. You're basically saying it's an average beer. It's 5 out of 10.
Yeah. That's the average. It's either into the good zone or into the shit zone.
But if you're taking a test, 50 is not average.
But if it's a test, it's different.
If beer was a test, I wouldn't drink it.
I just have a hard time. I guess.
And see, for me, because I work in the financial industry,
in me that I have a hard time looking at.
I can see how Paul's looking at it. It makes sense to me.
It has like look like this. If you have $1 or you have $100, you still have money. You still have something. You know what I mean? Like you're not broke. You got this or you got that. I mean, you might have $35. A lot of shit can buy for $35. You can do stuff with that, And then you know what I mean? Like so, like I use all the money. I use all the numbers in that scale to rate it. Because if I say it's a 1, don't ever fucking buy it. Don't even look at me. If you say it, I'll punch you in the nose. Like that's a 1. Like. Okay, that was a one-night thing. Don't mention her again. I'll cut you. Just because she had a beard doesn't mean she's a man. Just stop it.
Okay, so can I read you guys something real fast?
Sure.
Okay, so I posted something earlier on Facebook. I said every generation has slang. I'm okay with that for the most part, but I hate lazy slang. Quit using trying it. It should be trying to. Using trying to is lazy. Stop it. So my daughter trying to get on my nerves. My daughter just commented, "I just be trying to get on your nerves," because she knows I'm OCD. So my daughter's.
No one pushes butt like family.
Is that considered
I never heard of Trina though.
No, Trina, yeah, it's like is that slang or is that dialect?
Nuts, man.
Let's ask Todd. Is that millennial slang?
Is it slang?
I'm gonna kill you, Rod.
Just say try to. I'm trying to do this, but don't type Trina. It just drives me freaking nuts, man. Don't do it. It's
my question is it
millennials don't have slang, they just use like letters now. They're too lazy to even type it all out.
Oh yeah. Well
they just use emojis
for their messages now too. It's like McDonald's. Now they do some of their texts too.
Is it
McDonald's and their cash register breaks down? They have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
I think the McDonald's cash registers just have pictures on them now, don't they?
In other places, in other states.
You order the Big Mac, they press the Big Mac button. I mean,
I guess I can't say in other states because PA is not a state. In states, someone's making $15 an hour, which is almost about as much as I make working on robotics and and mechanics and stuff like that. And they're pressing buttons of a burger or bacon, and I'm like, oh, I could do that. Pretty sure, you know what I mean? And then take the fry cook into the cooler room and do things to her. But I'm not talking about that right now. But I'm just saying, like, you can totally.
who among us has never wanted to drop a fry cook? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean,
there you go.
The four of us, we've all wanted to drop a fry cook at one time or another in our life.
I was gonna say at the same time. I don't know if I wanted to four-way a fry cook, but I'm not saying I'm against the idea. But
I'm just saying I would personally never do a sloppy second, but I've seen an attractive.
I like a more like sloppy 30 seconds. I just hate then you get like a whole cultural thing.
When the order is screwed up, I go back in there and have to get the food. It's like, come here, come a little closer so I can punch you.
See the picture? Why'd you hit that picture? Why'd you hit the picture there, sweetie? Why'd you hit the picture?
But there used to be a guy we used to go to. We were talking about fast food places. One of the places near us used to be Arby's, so we used to go to. And I gotta admit, this guy, when he messed up their orders, he was great at actually making things better. He would tell you, "Hey, sorry, we messed up your order, so I put some extra stuff in your bag for you." And you get home, you'd have like 5 roast beef and like 4 fries, or like. This is the guy that knows about customer service right here. Ooh. I like this guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, he got fired after a point, but yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, where's all of our product going? In other people's bags for free because we keep screwing everything up because we're a bunch of high school
he realized he was working with idiots, so he tried to make the situation better. So
I'm trying to fix this, damn it.
He's like, they're going to bitch at me. I'm going to give them enough food. They'll be okay, and they'll be happy about it.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is, like, I had a friend that was like he worked and then became a manager at Burger King. I know for a fact he and almost all of his employees ate Burger King for free every day.
Oh, I used to work at Burger King in high school. We definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, where's half your produce going? I think I know.
Yeah.
It's not to your angry customers. I think it's to your employees.
And the worst time to go to Burger King is sometimes like in the shift, like at 10:30 in the morning, because it's like they go from breakfast to burgers, and it's like burgers aren't ready yet, so they'll throw sausage on your sandwich and not even think twice about it.
I wouldn't.
You're like, this burger tastes different. Why are you having a sausage?
At least it's meat. They're gonna put something else on your sausage on your burger by accident. Why is there an egg on my freaking burger? Like, there's no burger, just egg. I'm pissed now.
Are you using horse meat? What is going on?
Yeah. Horse is actually pretty good. Yeah, they serve it northwest Germany. It's actually pretty good.
But by the time you get home, you can have all that grease and stuff on you, though. But for a high school job, it wasn't bad. You got to eat for free.
No, it wasn't bad. And like I said, like we got probably a little eye candy now and again.
Yeah.
That. One of my mom's first jobs was a Burger King.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, one of my mom's first jobs was a Burger King.
Well, the goal was always getting the cashier.
She was probably the fry cook, getting a 4-way in the fucking freezer.
That's where she ran into the Iron Sheik.
That's probably where she ran into him. That's probably how I got created. You know what I mean? So there you go.
When you were at Burger King High School, like your goal was always to get the cashier. Because you start you off like a fry or a grill or whatever, just like fucking hot as hell back there. You're fucking making the burgers and the fries, but you get the cashier, then you can get up there, especially when you're in high school, because then you're flirting with all the girls that come in from high school and all that stuff. So it's like, I got a job. I'm cashier. What's up?
I have
What you want?
You like Burger King? I got all the Burger King right behind
And then people coming behind them was like, I'll be with you in a second.
Sir, if you cock
Got business going on over here.
You can get out.
He's like, see, I got control. They can't do anything till I get to their order. So I got control.
Yeah. See that? They're all my little hungry puppets.
Charge. I'm in charge.
You yell back, where's my fries?
Can we get this lady some fries? She's hungry.
Richie, what are you doing back there? Get my fries up, man.
I'm gonna slap Rob when I get out there. I'm gonna slap
cashier, you call the shots.
All of a sudden, you get a burger hit in the back of your head. Here's your burger. I'm in front of the babes. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was a fun.
No sauce.
That was a fun high school job for sure.
She said no sauce. I'm gonna give her some sauce. Hold on. Oh, there you go. That's my little secret sauce for that burger.
Tom, what do you post on your Facebook? All these comments on your posts. I gotta see.
Oh, I keep irritating people.
Is this the? It's the same one with the sucks and swallows.
Yeah, I got the right wing all fired up.
Yeah.
That's what cracks me up. I mean, I got folks so pissed off they can't see straight, yet they call us folks on the left snowflake. That's the part that doesn't make sense. I'm the snowflake, but you got your panties in a wad over a joke? I mean, come on.
Jokes are funny.
It was a joke.
If you know it's a joke, just laugh at it.
So pissed off they can't see themselves.
You know, if people could laugh more at themselves, I think it would be a lot nicer. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, you don't.
I agree. I've said that a lot. Well, actually, I haven't said. Actually, my exact phrase was, "If everybody thought I was as funny as I think I am, the world would be a better place."
I agree.
I mean, not like if you fuck up or do something wrong.
Hilarious. I just wish everybody would.
Yeah, just learn to laugh at your mistakes and yourself. It's funny that way. You get over it quicker. Everybody's happy. It's just like
the problem with me is I'm a funny guy and I find humor in everything. But there's some things I guess you're not supposed to make jokes about, so I don't.
No, I make jokes about everything.
I'm with you, Paul. I make jokes about everything too.
I usually do, but it's like they're not ready for that yet. It's too soon. Too soon.
What's red and bubbly and Paul's at a screen?
What?
Baby in a microwave. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can make jokes about literally everything. It's funny. And like, you know, if you don't
What's the difference between babies and bowling balls? You can't unload bowling balls with a pitchfork.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
You and I are
This is a face palm, by the
way. How do you get 10 babies in a bowl?
Oh, not the babies jokes.
Actually, it's jump the shark.
A blender. How do you? Here's the best part. How do you get them out?
Ice cream, 1 scoop of baby.
Yeah. How do you get 10 babies in a bowl? A blender. How do you get them out? Doritos.
Oh God.
And we're done.
With no arms, legs, and a doorstep.
I am the great Existo, the remarkable.
Well, I think we're losing viewers now.
Oh man! Steadily dropping.
That has to put a disclaimer on his show.
I think
lots of views are of the individual panelists.
If we just lost viewers, they missed the point of laughing at stuff because it's a fucking joke. Take it easy.
What's her name? I think you lost Cindy. Whatchamacallit, whatever her name is.
Oh, she's downstairs. She's not watching.
5-0.
Yeah.
Cindy's not watching. She's duct taped in the basement.
Yeah.
She's celery.
Duct taped in the basement.
Someone made a picture of Trump using an orange and a lemon. That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Like I generally don't laugh too much about music and stuff like that, and like when people like try to mock metal and stuff like that. But when you know that like there's people that understand and appreciate it, then they mock it. It's funny. Like the one guy in this one
it's all on how
magazine,
you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, the one guy in this one magazine loves black metal, holy, and he made this whole magazine dedicated to invisible fruits. When people are like, ugh, and like he put oranges and apples and like the watermelon and like he does.
I need a beer. I'll be right back.
And it was and like he paint shopped, they like photoshopped all these fruits into all these guys doing all these different poses and stuff like that. I'm like, I was just dying the whole magazine watching. Every time I turned the page, it was a new metal guy just making a thing with a fucking like big cucumber in his fucking face or this or that. I'm like, oh my god. I didn't see it until now, and I can't get that image out of my face. It was great. Yeah, like I think like that shit is funny. It's funny as shit, and everybody got pissed off. And I'm like, just fucking lighten up, man. If you can't laugh at it, what the hell are you doing? If you can't laugh at you know, bad things or bad times or bad problems, it's gonna consume you. You gotta laugh at it. I hear like
Oh, mercy.
Tired and hot. I had the air conditioner on, but it was too loud, so I turned it off so I could talk to you guys.
Well, crank it up. We'll just and yell louder.
There you go.
No, I'm a professional. God damn it.
I just had my wife over here blowing on my belly to keep me cool.
Oh, there you go. Let me know.
I tried to get her lower on my belly, but she ain't having anything to do with it.
Let me know what you need to lube off.
But that just makes me hotter.
So here's a question, right? So
question.
Which I liked Soundgarden back in the 90s. So they're saying Chris Cornell committed suicide. Do you think less of his death or anything, or?
As long as he didn't overdose. Like, I'm just so sick of hearing people overdose for some reason. I'm just like, oh, just what the fuck?
The reports are he hung himself.
If it's erotic, I respect anyone who dies from autoerotic asphyxiation. I was like, I so envy you. One day I'll do that because I keep on getting off before I die. So one day I'll last long enough. I'm sorry, I'm a 1 minute wonder. I can't help it.
Well,
so, I'm cool with it.
He was 52, right, which is the age I am, or the age.
He's like 10 years younger than me.
So to me, he's a young guy. I guess to Paul, he's an older guy, but he's a young guy because that's the age I am right now.
Well, I'm 63 right now, so.
Well, to Todd, he's a real old guy.
Yeah, Todd's a millennial.
So. You wonder what consumed him to make that decision.
Well, too many drinks at the casino, I'm assuming, because he was at the Grand Casino when he fucking did it. So I don't know if he got looped up.
I think of all the shit that people go.
Just goes to show you.
I think of all the shit that people go through, like to commit suicide like that.
That doesn't technically mean he wasn't assaulted and strangled. I mean,
that's true too. Yeah.
Technically mean he wasn't. I mean,
wait a minute. Is Rampant Lion actually sitting up?
He's
sitting up. Like,
wait.
Holy shit! Is it morning right there, Rampant Lion? Is it morning now?
I mean, I've never seen him actually sitting up, so I just want to make sure I'm seeing this.
Is that an actual window, or is that a fluorescent light?
No, it's a window.
Outside?
That's a window.
Rampant Lion, are you in a jail cell? Because it looks like a jail cell. Holy crap! Now it all makes sense.
Are you in there with Tiny?
He's in the Swedish Pokey.
I'll poke you in the Pokey.
His roommate's Tiny. And they're like, why the hell do they call you Tiny? You are not Tiny.
That's why. I know why he's always in.
Wasn't that big Indian? That was like Tiny. They called him Tiny and stuff. That was like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or something like that. Yeah. Or you could be like the Shawshank Redemption and have a picture of a girl on the wall and just start tunneling under it. So I mean, go for it, man. Break out.
Okay, come on. That looks like a jail cell. Come on.
Well, jail cell or Paul's basement.
Yeah.
One of the same.
Yeah, he, if you can tell by the height of the window, he's in a
Oh,
basement
now I
right
see
now.
the bottles there. But before I would just see this blue light. It looked like a jail cell. Looked like the lights go. Now I see the bottles there.
His bottle background.
Yeah, my collection of random imperial stouts. Oh, this is a cool one, but I'll show you these. These are kind of interesting.
Show me your sex toy collection.
Show me Trixie.
Oh my gosh, she can't stand up. Kiss my ass. How come she didn't stand up before? Holy
Oh, is
crap,
that
the best.
from? Yeah, shit.
Be careful what you wish for, Tom.
This is a really interesting beer. Like they've got, they have their own way of smoking malts in Iceland. What they do is they put the fire, they let the smoke for the fire go through, and they put the malt on top. But they basically filter the smoke through sheep shit. So you get sheep shit smoked malts in this.
I had the as a NR Gun Icelandic Imperial Stout or something from them, or what? I'm trying to remember what it was. And it was like number 42 or something. Garun. Yeah, it was good. I like.
Isn't that where Harry's at? Innocent Gun.
Did you not hear what I said earlier?
What? Sheep shit.
No.
Sheep shit. What?
What? Oh,
he's talking to his wife. Talking dirty to his wife. Where's that one, James?
Herr Fredrickson from Hamar.
Yeah, Herr Fredrickson. Yep. That's a different. That's the new labels.
Yeah, that's the new one. Because
I haven't had anything from the new line of the new labels. I'd love to try more of their beers because I actually had their I don't know, it was experiment stout or something like that. Experimental stout that was really good too.
He looks like a Swedish daredevil.
Yeah. There's because it was named after a guy who helped them make their first brewery. But this is probably one of my favourite bottles that I've kept. This is
Vladimir Putin
from Long Beer, and like the brewery had to stop making this beer because there was Russian hackers. there was Russian hackers threatening to like bring down their website and social media and everything if they didn't stop brewing the beers.
Aren't they occupied with Trump right now? Why are they messing with beer?
Oh, that was a while ago. That was a while ago.
That was pre-Trump.
That was like 2 or 3 years ago already.
Yeah. My last interesting one I'll show you is this one. This is probably one of the best beers I've ever found from Japan.
I'll take two.
Catchy Imperial Stout.
Yeah, that's really good. Like these guys, they're a sake company who are in Nagano, and they started brewing beers, and their beers are probably the best in Japan just now. Like they're really good, I think. So that's probably one of the first breweries I think you might, other than Hitachino, I think they're one of the first breweries you might see export to America and things like that.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
On to the sex toys. Or are they your sex toys? I don't know.
Sex toys.
Sex
toys.
When's your girlfriend coming back to visit, James?
Speaking of sex toys.
I'm not sure the next time she'll be in Sweden, but I'm off to Japan in 5 weeks. Yeah, I go to Japan in 5 weeks, and I'm there for 7 weeks, I think, and then I go to England to do my teacher license for 2 semesters, and then I come back to Sweden.
Okay.
Nice. I'm going to go back to Detroit.
You actually get out of the basement?
Yeah, he's going to break out. This guy fucking travels like a madman.
Like the sun, it burns. Are you going to do some reviews over there? Some of the breweries and everything? What's that?
In Japan, you mean, Rod?
Yeah, when you go over there, you can do some brewery videos and some bottle shop videos and stuff.
Used panties. Steal me all the used panties.
Used panties. Used panty videos.
I don't know if you saw
sushi videos.
I saw your one bottle video.
We'll work with used panty videos at the same time.
I'm sorry, there's so many things going there.
They're onto the panty videos, but I saw your bottle video.
We want to see panty and sushi videos.
Actually, if you go to a really awesome sushi joint, I would love to see that.
Oh, okay.
That would actually be awesome. So
yeah, you should do a sushi video.
Yeah, sushi video in Japan. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be.
I mean, I don't need you to like
And if pennies are involved,
like
that makes
lick
it
it
even
kind of
better.
like sexy. You don't need to eat sexy. I mean, you can if you want to. I'll masturbate
Yeah.
either way. So just do the whole sushi video because that'd be fucking awesome.
But if you do panty videos, Tom prefers cotton. So.
Oh no, white cotton. If you don't do white cotton, I'm not watching. All right, I have standards, motherfucker.
Silk or nothing at all.
Silk. I don't mind silk.
I don't know. I just like the classic white cotton. I don't know what it is. Something about it. And I actually I would love to go to Japan, and one of the things I would always like to do, even though I don't know. No, this is non-sexual actually, which is weird. The one thing I'd like to do would be go to one of the BJW, the Freedoms, one of their death matches, the wrestling matches they have.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I like BJW and FMW and the Freedom stuff. So if they were doing a death match and stuff, I would have to go. And if they paid enough money, I'm stupid enough to join in and get razor bladed and stuff too. So I don't know, like, look at me! Oh,
6'3" American jumps in the ring. Oh, they go crazy.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome.
But yeah, the plan. I might actually be going to one of the big breweries over there is Beer, and I might be meeting up with the guy who started it and sort of doing an interview about his brewery, and then an interview about kind of the Japanese beer scene in general and how he's seen it evolve. I thought that might be a kind of cool thing. I emailed him yesterday and he wrote back and said, "Oh, just get back to message me a little bit closer to the time and we'll see what we can arrange."
Oh, nice.
I can't remember her name exactly, but an old older WWF female Japanese wrestler. She had she was all crazy hair. She had the hair up and stuff like that. It was Japanese. One of the females. She was always a villain.
Like in the 90s or?
Yeah, the 90s. Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, Thunder Thighs.
What the fuck's her name?
Yeah, I don't know. She makes me drool when I look at her. But but the thing is, she actually owns a bar and runs a bar in Japan. Yeah, she owns and runs a bar in Japan. So I would
you're gonna check her out if you get to Japan.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
As a fangirl as I am, I would love to.
Well, if we make it to Europe, I like to get somehow. I want to get over to Amsterdam at some point. That's where I want to go.
Amsterdam. You'd fall in a canal. They're everywhere.
No.
Into the canal you go with all the shopping carts.
The thing that's cool about the Netherlands is everything's within like an hour or two on the train. Like, I mean, from Amsterdam, you can go to Leiden in like 20 minutes, which is a really historic city. There's a really good beer shop in Leiden. And then you can go another 20 minutes the other way and you're in Den Haag, and then Utrecht is an hour to the east, and then you can go up to the north and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, the Netherlands is really good because their trains are really cheap. That's the one thing in Germany that's expensive is trains. Trains are really fucking expensive in Germany.
You can hire Peter as an Uber driver.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know why I think the name Bull Tanaka keeps on coming into my head, but I don't know if it was her or not. But I'd have to check it out. Yeah, I
don't think that's it.
But the 90s WWF, that was my thing. Well, the 80s too, but yeah. But no, that'd be fucking fantastic. I want to go to Germany. I definitely want to go to Bamberg. But the thing is, I want to hit England because England, Ireland, and Scotland. I want traditional local pubs, traditional local beer. I don't want to be I'm more excited about drinking boring milds and bitters and stuff like that than I am about drinking the craft beer revolution beers. Like, I want to hit the traditional stuff first.
Yeah,
and then
the traditional in England is nowhere near the same quality as the traditional beer in Germany or Belgium. It's just not as good.
Well, I understand that though, but I've had a lot of it already because of imports and stuff, and I love it. I love a good bitter. I like milds. I like it. I'm not blown away by it, but I just want to go glug 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 glug, just pour it all over my face. Like, I just want to drink it at nice full actual English cask.
I would love to get to Belgium.
And I don't know. I'm not a big Belgium fan. I'm not a big not international incident. I don't mind Belgium. I'm just saying Belgian beers. Like I like some, but I don't like a lot. I need to expand my knowledge.
You do.
Even though
Man.
I have had a lot, but there's always no nuances and things about it that I prefer to drink another style instead.
Well, that's like Peter. He was doing a DeVille 9000, which was one of my favorite beers, and he was kind of like trying to figure out how to actually the Grand Drac 9000. He's trying to figure out how to actually place it. He liked it, but he just do a lot of Belgian beers.
The funny thing is, Golden Drac, when I first had it,
Yeah.
I hated it. It was so boozy that it wrecked my whole fucking palate for a week. I'm like, I can't taste anything now. This is bullshit. And then I let one sit in my basement for about 2 or 3 years, and I drank it again and actually properly reviewed it. I'm like,
Smooth.
Oh, smooth, baby. And the brown bread, baby. And the molasses is coming up with some walnuts, baby. It's, oh, my God. You know, and the prunes. And I was like, oh, no, this is happening right now. Yeah, that was a great beer. Actually, one of my favorite beers is Slapmuska by the De Prof Brewery Company. Slapmuska or whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
The Schroff is very nice, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like a lot of their beers. It wasn't Azuka, was it? The wrestler?
Mm-mm.
She was in WWE.
Oh. I'll find her. I'll just hold on. Calm down. I'll get her.
Look up Thunder Thighs. That's what Paul said. Look up Japanese chick with thunder thighs. I'm sure
got the Thunder Road. Thunder Road.
Japanese chick with thunder thighs.
That Paul wants to wrestle with.
Yes, ma'am.
Ayaka Hamada. She's
Hold on,
Japanese
please.
and Mexican.
A little different.
Gail Kim, was that who you're thinking of?
I'll do it. You don't need to look. I got that. I'm on a thing. I'm doing things.
He's on a thing.
He's doing a thing right now.
He's on a thing.
Akira Hokuto.
There she is.
Y'all know what the problem with Oriental women is, right?
It's Bull Nakano. It's
Bull
Nakano.
Nakano?
Yeah.
The problem
Nakano.
with Japanese women is 30 minutes later.
Bull Nakano. Bull Nakano. Yeah. Bull Nakano owns a bar in Japan, and oh yeah, Thunder Thighs. Actually, I'm sad I didn't get a chance to actually bang the shit out of China. I would.
Didn't you say China before?
No, I'm just saying. I just saw a picture of her, and I was like, yeah, I'd slam the shit out of China.
What about Sherry Martel or Lita?
Oh, well, you know, I'm not picky. So, honestly, you know.
He did mention 0.5 earlier, so.
Yeah, it was Bull Nakano.
He's got to do anything that'll say yes.
Yeah, Bull.
Basically.
Bull. No, a heartbeat is optional. I just need the
He's not even in the top 25 female wrestlers of all time.
And I don't care because that ass is up in my fucking top 20 pretty high. So we're good to go. Yeah.
How are you spelling?
I am just simply stating, not trying to judge. I'm just simply saying she owns a bar in Japan. It would be cool to visit. That's all I'm saying.
We give her points for owning a bar.
Yeah, she owns a bar in Japan. I'd like to visit.
Yeah, you like to visit.
Oh hell, boy!
Yeah, I'd like to visit. I'd like to dock at her station.
Talking about female wrestlers, but if it makes you feel any better, I'm married, and there's no way in hell I'm getting lucky tonight either. So
I'm not married, and there's no way in hell I'm getting lucky tonight. So.
Well, you got chickens, Paul.
That's true, but they're all prudes. I've tried. You just killed Tom, the beer whisperer. He literally died right there. He went boom, boom, gone.
You know she's a professional golfer as well.
Yeah, she is. She's a professional golfer. And she's got that pivot point that it just pivots. Got that force behind it when you swing it.
I don't know, Paul. She probably hurt you.
Oh, thank God. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her wrestling name was Bull Nakano. Now, I don't know what her proper name is off the top of my head, but she owns a bar in Japan, and I'd like to go visit it.
She's no skinny. She's no skinny mini either. She probably
No, she is not, and that's the way I like
it.
That's how Dusty Rhodes gets down.
That the road like the curves, baby. I like the road that hills, baby. Get my steamroller out, flatten that ass down, baby.
I've never seen her on WWE. Oh, I didn't watch it as much.
It's not a WWE. It's WWF. We don't talk WWE around me.
Well, WWF was before WWE. Yeah.
Exactly. That's when it was good.
Yeah.
Before it became shit.
Because people were going to get confused with the World Wildlife Federation or whatever. Like,
WWF was about wrestling. WWE is about sports entertainment.
She got a pretty good flat top, though.
Damn right, baby. Look at that thing.
That's like some kid and play flat top right there.
Oh, my. She used to get on the fucking top rope. She used to get the top rope and fucking like bonsai drop with a fucking leg, like a leg drop. Like right on. I was like, oh, please just drop that right on my face. Thank you. Like, oh, yes. That right from the top rope. Oh, happy guy.
Her and Hulk Hogan, Thunder Lips.
Oh, there you go. I think I saw a picture of him. Uh-oh. He's doing something now.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off here in a bit, too. So.
Uh-oh. I got you guys all riled up.
I got to get up in the morning and do some work.
I'm on second shift now, if you were wondering. That's why I was at work.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were first shift now, though.
They just changed my shift again.
Oh, they're just messing with you.
Yeah, they're messing with me pretty hardcore. And now I get to train everybody. I get to train everybody to do my job. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good. They want me to. So are they all trained up? Yep, you're fired. Oh shit. Yeah, I think that's coming.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just asked. I told the one guy at my work. I said, okay, I'm gonna go back to Detroit and do more schooling, but I'll pay for everything. Do I still need to put vacation days in to cover that time because I'm doing a work-related issue? He goes, yeah, you do. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Okay, fine. That's fine. Okay, whatever, asshole. Like, whatever. We're good.
But, get ready to sign off here, but definitely appreciate it. Still got some people watching, so I don't know what's going on the Thursday night, but yeah. Thanks for watching.
Nothing goes on Thursday night.
Apparently nothing.
We went through a lot of stuff tonight, so this is like a Clueless Drinker length episode. So, but definitely appreciate everybody coming on tonight and drinking some beers and talking about stuff. And we do this every Thursday night, so anytime you guys want to come back, check out the channel. We have Paul from PA Brew News, and we had James from Rampant Lion Reviews, and Todd, who still needs a YouTube channel. We had Tom from Beer Whisperer. We had Tanya from Tanya Mikowski. John from John H. Pierre. So we had a little bit of a cast tonight, I guess, on here. And of course, you got my channel, so you're already watching me. And then if you want to go to the website to check out stuff, www.rodjbeerventures.com. We don't have Eric, the Lions fan, here tonight to do the PSA, so we'll just say don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. It could kill you or somebody else. You go to jail. You get railed in the shower over and over again and over and over again. But guys, you wouldn't like that, would you? No, I would, but no, you wouldn't. So don't do that, okay? Bye-bye.
That's good. I like that. So, yeah, because we care. We care.
Yeah, and if you say no, they will knock all your teeth out and make you do it anyway. So just say yes. It's easier.
And you know what happens when you're indisposed? We, not making light or anything like that, but we saw what happened today in New York City. They're saying that guy might have been a DUI that happened. So, don't drink and drive. It's just stupid. So get an Uber, get a taxi, get something, get a friend. Find a girl. Find a girl to take you home or something. But
get really pathetic, buy beer, and do beer reviews at home like I do. It works well.
That works well too. Actually, you'll save a little bit more if you do that, probably. So, But thanks for checking out the show tonight. We definitely appreciate it. Look forward to catching you next Thursday. Keep drinking good craft beers and cheers.